Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all having a lovely day or night, evening, morning, whatever it is that you might happen to be watching this, if you're watching the replay. What a wonderful day. Here where I'm at, it's really hot, and the room that I'm in is sort of separated from the rest of the house, so I have to have an air conditioner in the room, and it's really loud. I have to turn it off for the stream. So if halfway through the stream you see me start to sweat, you'll know what's going on, because this room, it's going to get hot now that I got that AC shut off. Yikes. These are all kinds of things that you don't think about when you start streaming. But I'll have to get myself a silent air conditioner at some point. Sunburn day. Yeah, Joey mod stream. We're gonna do mods. So I've done a couple of those mod clinics. They really take quite a bit of time to to do all the stuff and put together. So I figured, since there's no GAC, I'll do the mod work this week on a live stream. Just talk through it, answer any questions that people have, and if there's something specific related to mods, those would be the most fun questions to answer today. So if you guys don't mind too much, I think I might actually start working on the stuff. Let me think. Should I start with the big account or the Loquitur account? I'll just start with the big account, actually, because probably have more stuff to do there, and if other people show up and want to see the Loquitur stuff later, they can. So let's just get working on this big account. And one of the questions that people had asked me is, a lot of the mod clinic stuff is based on the low-level account, and do I do the mods for the big account differently? And the answer to that, of course, is yes. Once you get a group of mods established and your characters have decent mods on them, then you become increasingly picky about what you keep, to the extent that, I guess, honestly, you just don't keep mods unless they have speed. It's a pretty rare mod that you would keep that doesn't have a speed stat once you've got your inventory built. So that's I think the main difference. Just things that you would accept that are good for now, we're not going to accept at all. So let's sell off anything that doesn't have speed. All right, here's a speed mod. Let's see what we get. We got a speed hit. That's good. And then we get no speed hits. See the 7 speed with a gold mod already? That's just not going to be good enough. There's no way that's going to be a good mod. Alright, let's give this one a bump, see what we get. Look at that, we got 2 upgrades. There we go. 19 speed. Starting out the stream right. That's good. We'll lock that in. We'll go down here. See if it gets a speed substat. Again, remember, when you're working with speed mods, if they don't develop a speed substat, they're not a speed mod. They're garbage. Look at that. Nothing. Get out of here. This one's already got speed on it, so we'll just hit it and see what happens. We got 9 speed. That's pretty good. 13 speed. That's good. The other substats aren't that great, but we'll lock that in. 2 decent mods already. Look at that. I guess the hitting the like button does help. Alright, here's an offense mod. Not enough good stuff there. Get rid of that. Alright, let's look at some questions over here on chat. Keep working on my filtering process here. What's chat got to say? How long is the join time for GAC? It's 1 day. Should be 1 day. sometime between Usually Monday afternoon and Tuesday, you got to lock it in. Then Tuesday is your first round defense placement. Wednesday to Thursday is the first round of GAC play. You can think of it as a 7-day calendar. 1 day join, and then set defenses play, set defenses play, set defenses play. That's 7 days. And then it's back to a 1 day join period. I have a potency mod with 8% potency and no speed. So if you roll a potency mod with all kinds of potency like that, you can keep it. It probably won't go on a character that you need to be fast, but for something that you just need to sync the debuffs every time, that'll work. But there's a lot of characters that really need both. So like C-3PO, you want potency on him, but you also want speed. Darth Vader, you want potency on him, but you also want speed. So there's a lot of characters that just, the later you get in the game, you're going to find that that mod, even though it's got massive potency on it, you're just not going to pick it. It'll end up being an off mod on a character somewhere. But it can go on somebody for a long time. Offense, health, no speed on this one. Alright, let's see here. No speed on this one either. I could just make a recording of that, just have it on a button over and over again. No speed on this one. This has got good stats, but not good enough. And I do tend to prefer circles with health. What else do you guys want to talk about? Something else to keep us entertained while I'm working on these mods? 10 speed with crit chance. It's not good, but it's not horrible either. We won't lock it in, but we'll keep it. So there's two different things with speed stats. One is the upgrade itself, the number of upgrades, and the other is the quality of the upgrades. So if you've got a speed mod and you get 2 rolls, like that one earlier where it was like a 3 and a 4 and the total was 7 on 2 rolls, that's not that great. The one that I just rolled up had 10 on 2 rolls. So it had basically 2 5s or 5 or 4 and a 6 or however this worked out. But if you slice this later, you have an opportunity to hit it and get, but more speed rolls at better stats. But when you have a 7 here, like a +7, you could already have a +5 with 1 stat upgrade. So having 7 with 2 is not that good. And I've got some mods like that are, 3 upgrades and it's only a 10 or something like that. So you keep that mod, but you're really not going to slice it because it's already, even though it's got 3 upgrades, they're not that good of upgrades. And it's not going to be your favorite mod. All right, let's see what we got here. Just sell these off if they don't have speed. Sell them off. All right. Let's see if we got more questions over here. So this is the mod stream where we just go through Piet's mods, right? Sure, Nabokov, we can go through Piet's mods. I put horrible mods on my Piet. My Piet has awful mods on him now. On my Loquitur account, I swapped out Piet's mods with Veer's mods, trying to get him fast enough to do something in Conquest. But man, even on normal, when I'm in Sector 4, normal, I can't get my troopers to go first. It's crazy how fast you have to have characters or how many instances of Leader's Resolve you have to go first in Conquest. It's really crazy. There's a lot of teams that should be able to do fine that just can't do anything because those characters are just so over cranked on speed. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And I may not even be able to get the red box on my main. I'm struggling with it because they put feats on the characters that are just a match against the character's skills. So Rey puts inspiration on people that prevents them losing turn meter, and then the feat for her as a boss is to take away turn meter from characters. So somehow you have to stop her from giving inspiration or kill her first and then take turn meter away from everybody for an hour before you kill them. It's really weird. And then Kylo Ren, you have to get 20 critical hits in a row. And as long as people have advantage up, you can't critically hit them in the first order team. So it's impossible to get those critical hits in the first place. So it's, yeah, it's pretty weird. Pretty weird the way they got it set up. This one turned out to be good. We got crit chance, speed, some speed, offense. Potency on an offense mod isn't horrible. We're not going to lock it in, but it might fit somebody. So yeah, as much as I work on speed, I can't seem to get speed going on my... Oh, there we go. Look at this, boys, 17 speed. That's pretty good. And it's got mix match stats, right? So it's a defense mod with an offense main stat and a bunch of speed. So mods like this, I call them speed mods, and you'll have a speed set, and then sometimes you'll just have like one or two other mods in the speed set just because they have speed. So this is the kind of mod that ends up on just about any character where you're looking for speed. And maybe you actually get an offset of defense, or maybe it's just a defense mod and a potency mod, or whatever it is that you get. But you just keep these mods because of the speed. Overprepared is so annoying. Yeah. They're like 500 plus speed. On my main account, I got Veers up to 303, I think, on speed. And with 3 instances of the resolve, I'm at like 552 speed or something like that. And there's a lot of those teams I can't go first against, even with 550 plus speed. It's crazy. But it does allow your Galactic Legends to go first. So if you got a bunch of leaders resolve and a Galactic Legend that's already, fast enough, then you actually can get there. You can get enough speed to go first with your Galactic Legend. Doesn't do that much for you, but... Alright, I just did a complete remod preparing for GAC. I'm only 700,000 GP, but it wasn't that bad. But I'm glad that it's over. Joey, I hear you, man. Any characters that you'd like to remod specifically for 3v3 and why? Or not? Do you remod them? Well, Griff, that's a funny question, because if I wasn't doing the channel, like before I did the channel, I really planned out my 3v3s and, set up the offenses and defenses. Now it's like I could either be doing that or I could be making a video. So I kind of spend more time making videos and a lot less time thinking about the 3v3 and remodding and taking it seriously. So that's probably not the answer you want to hear to that, but oh, come on. Clicking like crazy. So protection, offense, health, offense with a tiny bit of speed. The protection main stat. See, this is a decent mod. Like the health percent, offense percent, we like those in any mod. Flat offense isn't horrible. I wish we'd hit the speed more. The protection main stat is kind of a bummer. So I don't know. I think if it was a health main stat with protection down here, we would keep it, but with that protection main stat, we're going to dump it. Didn't get enough speed to keep it. Here's another one with protection main stat on an offense mod. So I'm not even interested in this. If it doesn't have speed showing, protection on an offense mod, we're not going to use that. That's not an effective mod. Alright, so then we'll go through and we'll work on the blue mods. See if we get a hit in speed. We do. Tenacity, health, it's okay. That's not a bad little mod. 9 speed. Let's see what we get over here. See if we get a speed sub. Nope. See if we get a speed sub. No, we do not. Oh, what? Oh, this crit chance. Too many defensive stats on a crit chance mod. Off it goes. We'll just click through here. Alright, just looking for good stats. Didn't find them. Looking for good stats. Need speed. Mostly if we don't find speed, we're not going to keep it. So somebody had asked, like, what characters need to be fast, and that's something that I could go into in a video or in a different, in a different way. But there's two things about characters needing to be fast. One is characters that truly need to be outstandingly fast and try to go first. Like Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, the Troopers, Bounty Hunters. There's teams that thrive off of going first. The second thing is there is some general quality to your mods where you either have a lot of speed substats or you don't. So if I go to my character select and I just look at one of these characters that, let's just pick somebody that I've put effort into but not that much. So let's say the Armorer, right? The Armorer is with the C team, and should she be fast? Probably she should be fast. But you can see just with substats, I just built her with tenacity so that she doesn't get debuffed. I don't want her to get stunned. I want her to be always able to put the buff on the Emperor. So I didn't put a speed set on her. I just put all tenacity. But I have enough speed substats to get her, plus 88 speed just by, 9 speed, 12 speed, 14 speed. You have these mods with decent substats. They're not great, but that allows you to put these characters in decent shape where it's not necessarily a speed character, but it can go fast enough. This TIE Pilot, for example, we got speed on him, and then just some generic defense mods, 11 speed there, 13 speed here, just to speed him up. So in the end, he's going how fast? 250 speed. So, and this is kind of leftover mods, right? 5 speed, 14 speed, 12 speed, and that's of course speed main stat. But that's kind of like the two sides of speed. One is trying to get your characters so that they're always going first, and the other is just trying to get, in general, enough speed into your account that your middling characters, all the stuff in the middle, is still got a decent speed. Plus 50 speed to plus 80 speed, somewhere in there, even on generic characters. And what you'll see as just in general, as your speed of your account goes up, as your characters get a little bit faster, you'll notice that. You go in against somebody with a ton more galactic power than you, and if you've got better mods in general and just more speed in your account in general, you just tee off against them. It's amazing. Like, matchups that shouldn't be that hard become, really academic, just easy. You just run through them. And on the other hand, if they outmod you, you can go up against teams that you should be able to beat or counter. And if they've outmodded you by that much and they've got that much more speed than you have, you find yourself in the opposite direction, suffering greatly because all their characters get to go twice before your characters get to go. So, and just because something says it's a counter on a sheet doesn't mean that it automatically counters your opponent. You have to counter your opponent and also have good enough mods to pull the counter off. Mods themselves are a counter. If your mods are good enough, you can counter teams just based on better mods. All right, I better catch up on chat. All right. If you ended up in division, okay, let's see. Wow, that's a lot of chat that I got behind on. with a mod like that, the one that I was showing had mixed stats. Tell people that if it hits defense stats too many times to stop upgrading it. Defense. Nabokov, are you wanting to talk about the percent defense stat, or are you just talking about defensive stats in general? So there's a big argument about whether or not the defense stat is a good stat, and for me, the actual percent defense stat itself, I consider it to be a good stat. If it's on an offense mod, I really don't want it that much, but otherwise, I always consider percent defense to be one of the better stats. But if you've got an offensive mod and you got protection and health and stuff like that that are defensive stats, you don't want that. You're not going to want that. There's a chart in the Discord. What happens to the daily activity of enhance a ship if they're all at 85? Does it go away? The enhance a ship only, I think at level 85 that quest changes. You don't always have that quest. I think you only have that quest until you hit level 85, and then that goes out of your daily quests. Oh no, I just accidentally locked in for GAC. I'm missing so many mods right now. This is going to be a rough week for me. Griff? We can lock in for Grand Arena already? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I'm off by a day, aren't I? What I said earlier, I'm off by a day. Holy cow. So we're joining Grand Arena today. Isn't Grand Arena join usually on Monday? Did they move the Grand Arena join up a day? They had to have, right? What am I missing? Didn't it used to be the join Grand Arena started on Monday? I'm confused now. Chat, you're going to have to help me out. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Plan around it, tough break. I like these efficiency streams more than the arena streams. Oh, wow, cool. Hi, Loquitur. I'm new, but I actually have a question. Where did you get the name Allura? I've been watching your main and alt for a while now, and I was curious. Yeah, we've talked about that before in other streams. Allura is my daughter's name. That's the name of my daughter. So I've used her name for the account because it's not a common name, and it's usually available and unique. Why was your local account originally named Splattercat? Yeah, there you go, Joey. Because again, like a lot of things, my daughter's the love of my life, and I was playing around with the account, and I asked what I should name it, and she said Splattercat. So when I posted a video up on YouTube, I thought maybe Splattercat would be a good name for the channel, and there's already a Splattercat channel. So my 8-year-old daughter thought of the word Splattercat. I thought it was unique, and it's not. Somebody already had it. Don't press join. Yes, one day. Yeah, they did change it. Okay, it's Monday for me. It's not you that it's off by a day. It's CG. They messed up the calendar. Join period opened one day early on accident. Calendar says it should open tomorrow. You normally join on Monday. That's why. Yeah. Okay. So my my stream times are set up around Grand Arena. So if this Grand Arena doesn't go on the normal schedule, then I'm going to end up changing my stream times. I'll have to change my stream times in order to be able to play the Grand Arenas. I'll have to do a Tuesday and a Thursday night stream, and then I can do Sunday at 11. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. If it changes, if the routine changes, we'll make sure we get the streams in. Love your beginning videos. Are you making another one for the gladiator path? I'm going to make one for all 4 of those paths. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just going to take some time. So in the future, when people come in, they're going to be able to, get right in there. But for now, because it's going to take me some time to make the videos, unfortunately, y'all are just going to have to wait for them to come out as I build them. All right. A speed mod with 3 speed. That's not gonna cut it. All right, health, no speed. Out of here. Goodbye. No speed again. I'm trying something different with the way I sort my mods. I'm going through by color. An offense primary stat with a speed substat. So if it hits a bunch of speed on the substat, we'll keep it. Now, I've got a mod or 2 like that where I've just hit a ton on a speed substat, and it's worth keeping. All right, speed arrow with speed, we can keep that. All right, offense, tenacity. See, this one's got too many defensive stats. Protection and tenacity on an offense mod. Get it out of here. If it had a crit chance or speed or something like that, we could have kept it, but not with that. All right, just booking through these, looking for mods. Looking for decent mods. Oh, we got speed on that one. Got speed again. Flat protection, health, defense. This is really an awful mod. It's got 3 bad stats, but it did hit speed. And it's got an offense main stat. We won't lock it, but maybe it'll go on a character somewhere. I don't know. We'll probably never use that one. That's just way too many bad stats. I don't have another offense mod like that. Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it around. It'll probably get sold, but we'll keep it around. Tenacity can go away. And for anybody who doesn't know, once you get later in the game, you run out of mod space. And it's one of the most super annoying things about the mod system. You don't really get that much of an inventory, it doesn't feel like. So once your inventory is full, they start sending the mods to your inbox if you try to farm them. So then you go in here and you try to sell them, and you've got all these mods that are somewhere in the middle that you kind of wanted to keep, but you can't keep them. You got to sell them off in order to keep getting more new mods. So yeah, it's super annoying. All right, we can test this out, see what we get. 7 speed. Again, it's just 2 rolls on 7 speed, defense main stat. Probably not good enough. So for anybody who hasn't run into that, you're not farming enough mods. If you're farming enough mods, you will run into that cap. And once you run into the cap, you'll be extremely annoyed by it. Only 1 hit in speed. Too bad. Off you go. All right, get out of here. Bunch of green stuff now. That's already got speed on it, so let's see if we can get a hit in speed. Nope. For green mods, especially on the main account, because it takes so many resources to slice these mods up to take them to level 15 and all that, usually when I uncover their stats, if they don't lock in the first good stat on their first upgrade, so now I got speed here. I'll take it all the way to 12. It'll get the 4th stat and it'll get 1 upgrade. If it hits speed, I'll be interested. But if it hits anything but speed, it's pretty much a sold mod. Because at that point, I don't want to sink a bunch of resources into a green mod unless I already know that it's going to be good. And again, because you have limited mod space and you have to be picky about your mods. Ooh, this is good though. It got crit chance, protection, does have the speed, got another hit in potency. See, that one might actually be good enough to invest in because it's got 3 excellent stats and one stat that's not bad. It doesn't have any flat stats on it. It's not horrible. So let's go ahead and make this our first slice candidate of the day. Throw a couple slices into it. We get the protection. If we don't hit speed on the next slice, yeah, we'll sell that mod off. Yeah, we invested in it. We got burned. That's a no good mod. That'll get sold. All right, we got speed on it. We got speed hit again. Offense, health, protection. Not horrible. Let's slice this up, see if we can get another speed. Nope. Come on. More speed. Nope. Ah. All right, well, we'll leave it. We won't lock it in, but we'll leave it. But that kind of gives you an idea of the chances that you have for successfully slicing a mod like that. And it's a lot of resources, so you want to pick carefully which mods you end up slicing. Otherwise, you end up just farming slicing mods. I would rather spend more time farming mods and doing this and sorting and looking for mods like this one that are already good than trying to force slices on a whole bunch of mods and hoping that they get better. So we'll lock that one in. Slice it someday. We may or may not slice it today. All right, and then in a second here, I'll catch up with chat. Those stats aren't good enough to even look for the crit chance, potency, protection. Let's see what the last stat is. If it's speed or offense. No, percent offense. We might have kept looking. All right, let's catch up on chat over here. It's very likely it'll get restarted tomorrow. Okay, that would be cool if they just restarted it on the normal time. So new stream times, yeah, we'll see about new stream times. Hey Loquitur, thinking of your beginning guide, do you farm TIE Advanced out of fleet? TIE Advanced. So the TIE Advanced being Vader's ship. I'm of two minds about Vader's ship. If you're going to build Vader anyway early game, his ship can be good. And I don't mind to build it. It's hard to protect. I just fought a couple fleet battles today, and one guy brings in his TIE Advanced as a reinforcement. It usually comes in as the first or second reinforcement on his fleet. And I one-shot it with my TIE Silencer with my first order fleet. He comes in, I kill him, or if I don't kill him, I stun him, and then I kill him with the next hit. The ship literally never takes a turn. So until you're willing to put that TIE Advanced behind two high-quality tanks, and for an Empire fleet, you need Hound's Tooth, and you'd also need the TIE Bomber, and then potentially, the Gauntlet Starfighter is your starting three. Wait a few turns, bring your TIE Advanced in as your first reinforcement, something like that. Or start with the TIE Advanced and two tanks, and then bring in a third tank. If you can't protect the TIE Advanced, it is garbage. It is a complete garbage ship. It has like 4 hit points. So when I hit the attack button, I love the ship because it does insane damage. But it just dies so fast. It's ridiculous. So for that reason, I typically do not recommend that as a ship for people to start out. All right. Do you prefer health or defense percent secondaries on a tank like Kylo Ren Unmasked? Both. So Chris is going to get me talking about math. So I'll talk about the defense math when I get back to doing some modding. I'll catch up on chat first. Looking at Loquitur, watching your stream and at the same time sitting looking at the Atlantic Ocean from my room. Oh man, I'm jealous. That sounds awesome. I love the ocean. Looking at the 4 paths in the beginner video, I feel like I want to do a Techno Senator hybrid. Yeah, well, so anything that you build is going to give you advancement in all areas of the game. We're just doing the paths because it's kind of like people keep asking, should I build Malak or Gas? And the answer to that is, what do you want to do in the game? If you want to do PvP, build Malik. If you want to rock the guild events, do gas. So it's more just to say, this is what building that character is going to do for you, than it is to say, you should do one thing or another thing or a combo. So don't get too hung up on the names. It's just conceptually, we want to outline the Galactic Legend Rush versus account stabilization, etc. All right. Did offense mods for a week and got one arrow with speed. Yeah, I got frustrated with doing offense mods. I had very little success getting offense mods like I wanted. I'm currently looking for a potency arrow with speed. Yeah, they're annoying to find. I agree with that. His ship is better with the TIE bomber. It's a deadly combination. I'm telling you though, one tank is not enough. One tank is not enough because they'll, cleanse their own team somehow if they get rid of that target lock that you've got. The taunt falls off the TIE bomber and Vader just dies. So you've got a double tank. You've got a double tank with Vader ship. I got a 4.7 million galactic power, and I want to know if I should farm a galactic legend, Luke or SLKR. If you have no galactic legends, go for SLKR first. Follow up with Luke second. With the sheer amount of characters we have in the game right now, and most events are based on mod swapping characters for efficiency, they definitely need to up the inventory space for mods. They need to do something with mods. And I don't use hot utils, and people have said before, oh, just use hot utils. It's so good. It helps. It's easy. This is going to sound stupid, but in the terms of service, it says you're not supposed to use any third-party software that influences the game. So technically, using hot utils is against the terms of service. Now, they've never called anybody out on that and banned accounts for using hot utils that I'm aware of. But I don't use it because it's against the terms of service, and I'm weird like that, So I don't want to use a third-party modding service, but I do want them at some point to get a better system for modding into the game so that we're not so limited on this stuff, so that we can do bulk changeovers where you could, instead of just having like one mod set, you could click a button and have like a bunch of different characters stored in there and just have that as your pack, and you say, okay, it's light side territory battle, so boom, that's my light side territory battle modding done. Oh, it's dark side, done. It makes it hard especially for people who don't use third-party utilities. It's almost impossible to keep up with remodding. You can only do it a few times, and for light side GOTB, for example, you got to remod your best mods on your light side characters to try to get that to work. For all the rest of the stuff, I put good enough mods on my characters, and it's got to be good enough. It's got to be good enough. All right, so we wanted to talk about the defense discussion versus health. So in order to engage in that discussion, I want you all to imagine two characters facing off. One of them is just slightly better than the other. Or let's just say, for the sake of convenience, that they're both exactly the same character. So one of them, bonks the other for 1,000 hit points of damage, and they both have 3,000 life. You can imagine that very quickly, within 3 hits, somebody's going to die. So who wins that matchup? Exactly equal health, hit points, attack power, everything's equal. Who wins? The answer is whichever character goes first, right? And that's why speed is so important, because given 2 equal characters, speed determines who goes first. Whoever goes first gets in that 3rd hit first and wins. With regards to defense is going to reduce the amount that of damage that you take. If you get 10% health, it's just going to take you to 3,300 health. Now you can take, theoretically, 4 hits. But for the guy getting armor, it'll say right here 9.5% defense, right? If it says 10% defense, it doesn't give you an additional 10% damage reduction. It gets you 10% on the defense stat for your character. So at lower levels, it's not as good as it is at relic levels, because at relic levels, your defense stat has developed more. But once you get to relic levels, just generically, you're already resisting, let's say, 54% damage, and you get that 10% or 20% defense increase, and it reduces the amount of the attack by that amount. So when, let's upgrade this first. Doing too many things at once, talking and clicking. So suffice to say, it's not straightforward. You can't just look at the defense percent and understand exactly how that's going to affect your character unless you understand that there is a defense number that determines your percent defense, and the defense percent here is going to increase that defense number, which doesn't translate directly as an increase in defense. So let's go back to our two characters now that are bonking each other on the head. If your 10% defense allows you to resist more of the attack than the 10% health would give your character, then it's better to have the armor. So imagining that you have a character that's at relic level, the first two opportunities you have to get health are usually going to be far more effective than armor. But once you get past two mods that have health main stat, or if you're doing health sets for your character, you very quickly reach a point where where armor is actually going to make a difference. So what you'll see on my character is just like this Barris Offie here. Once I have enough health mods going around, health here, I think speed here, right? Then one of these is a defense mod, because at that point, getting me another X% health is not going to be as effective as getting myself more defense. So if we go back to our characters bonking each other over the head again, right? So once you've got armor to a certain point, now instead of doing 1,000 damage, we're only doing 600 damage, and then defense penetration comes into it, et cetera, et cetera. It all becomes a very complicated formula. But the moral of the story is health is the most effective thing, generically speaking, just generically for the first two mods that you can get health percent on. And then beyond that, you do want to start stacking the defense as a better stat. All right, let's see if we can catch up on a little bit of chat over here. All right. Let's see, what do we got over here? Or stop charging so much to swap mods. Yeah, it gets expensive swapping out mods. Is it worth going for Galactic Legend Rey as a starting free-to-play player? Absolutely not. I think Rey is a good character, but there is no way you should go for her first because once you build Galactic Legend Rey, if you want a good team with her, all of the requirements that you built for Galactic Legend Rey they make an okay team with Rey, but really not even that great. You really need to start building other characters to make your Rey team. So by the time you've built Rey and then built a bunch of other characters to go around her, it's really a long time, and then she doesn't perform as well in a lot of areas of the game as SLKR does. So, and the resistance themselves just don't make that good of teams. JTR can make a good team, but often you'll want C3PO on that team, and that's a completely different route than what you would build for Rey. So the problem with Rey isn't the character herself. It's just a lot of overhead to get to her. Once you get to her, you still have to build a team. And then the teams that you built to get to her in the first place is just are lackluster. With SLKR, you get SLKR. The team that he runs is the team that you built to make him in the first place. The leftovers team from First Order is not horrible. It's passable. You can use it. And the and the other characters that you would want to build to go with SLKR. I mean, you can build a Thrawn to improve your performance in raids if you want to. You can build a Wat Tambor at some point, but those are characters that you're going to want to build anyway. So that's why SLKR and SEE are both always recommended as the Rush Galactic Legends and not Rey. It's just because of the overhead. Less because of Rey as a character, but it's partly that too. It's partly that too. Yeah, not first. If you wanted to go SLKR and then go Rey second, that's a perfectly acceptable path. I would approve of that. All right, let's go over here to chat again. Let's see. With an R8 Vader TIE Advanced, it's been a huge letdown. Yeah, I agree. Foresight. Most dark side ships don't have the protection to sustain and survive. Tanks matter a lot more. Yeah, I like Vader's ship, just not as a reinforcement. I using him starting 3 with TIE Bomber and Slave 1. You won't, Joseph. I don't know if you'll use him like that later in the game though. Once people start having good fleets, they'll just get around that TIE Bomber and kill your Vader so fast. Or like the First Order fleet, they have so much speed boost coming out of the gate that I can kill Vader. If you put your Vader in the starting lineup against my First Order fleet, it's dead before it takes a turn. It doesn't get to move. It's just dead. I was in Squad Arena against a much better Vader. My Vader went first and they never took a turn. Yep. The character, Vader as a character is great. Just not, I can't recommend the ship early game. How did you figure out what gear is good to buy in the shard store? I got lost with the chest thing. All right. I guess I can explain that again. So again, it's a matter of a lot of math and calculations and crystal use against the gear itself and all that stuff, right? So it's engineering at its finest. And what I've calculated is that these two pieces of gear right here, third row down, the first 2 rows are gold gear, so you can just ignore those. Those are more efficient to farm. The third row down, this is the cheapest place to get pulse modulators for your 6-dot mods. You can also get these out of a couple of the other stores, but where is it? This guild store? They cost way too much over here. For $450, you could be buying other rare gear over here for $3. You're better off spending $320 over here for $2. These 2 are used in relicing characters. Wherever you see these 2 pieces, they're always part of Gear 13. And we want to buy Gear 13 from here. So we purchase a lot of these pieces out of here. And then this piece down here is typically Carbanti, stun gun, stun cuffs. When I see something like this with 5 of these biotech components, I just hate farming them so much that I'll buy them out of here too. I'll buy them out of the shard shop occasionally. Sometimes. Not a lot, but sometimes. Right now I've got a surplus of credits over here, so I don't mind to buy them. But yeah, so those are the efficient purchases out of the store. If you buy something else out of here, it's not horrible. Don't buy the Grievous shards though. That's the horrible purchase out of here because they're ridiculously overpriced. $450 per shard. It's crazy. I bought them that way on my main account because I wasn't patient enough to wait for them out of fleet. Grievous shows up right here in fleet rarely. Like, I don't know, I've been picking him up twice a week, maybe 3 times a week out of the shop here. So he really takes a long time to build out of the shop. And if you don't want to wait for him, then you end up doing stupid stuff like I did the first time around and spending tons of the credits over here. But yeah, other than that, as long as you don't spend it on him, the rest of the stuff isn't horrible. But these 4 squares are the most efficient. And how did I figure out what those were? Just time and math compared to where else you can get them. That's all it is. All right, and like I said, my math works differently than what some other people have put up on their channels. The typical thing that people do is crystal math, where they calculate out what a piece of gear is worth in crystals, and then they say, oh, well, this is what it's worth to buy out of the shop. Mine is a calculation of lost opportunity. So if you farm it out of a node, you get a certain amount of stuff off that node. And that gold gear was added on later. So wherever you see the gold gear for gear 13, it was just stuck onto an existing node. So if we go look here at this dark side node, just like this one, this already had this and this and this, and it was a node. And when they brought gear 13 into the game, they just tacked on these gold gear pieces onto existing nodes. And that's why I say farming this gold gear is always going to be more efficient, because they already had the nodes set up to be fair, and then they added on the gold gear. So this is a node where they didn't add on any gold gear. If they actually had a piece of gear 13 on here, I wouldn't mind farming this biotech out of this node. But because there's no gear 13 piece over here, I'm not going to pick that one. Where's another one? So let's see. There's the wrist here, right? And these aren't great gear pieces, but remember that node was already set up, and they added on the wristband there. It got added on to what was already there. So those nodes are already a step above fair because of the way that they got set up in the first place. All right, I'm getting all distracted now. Did I finish out my green crosses? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's take a look at gray crosses. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dearie me. I guess I have some gray crosses to work through. All right, let's check out chat over here. Stick to the difficult gear: stun guns, cuffs, carbantes, things you need 100,000 of. How long do you usually farm a certain type of mod? I just farm speed mods pretty much all the time, and I'll farm other mods a little bit here and there. Tenacity and crit chance mostly, and occasionally some potency and offense mods. But I mostly farm speed mods on both my accounts. I just like having the options to have speed mods on characters and have them going fast. I'm currently relicking my Palpatine for R7. He's at R5, but I'm stuck because I don't have enough of the gear. For Electrium conductors, should I farm the gear with energy? If you're buying, oh boy, let's just go back to the Loquitur account for a second. So this is how I do the Electrium conductors. I farm back the gel out of here, because this is a part that you're going to need a lot of. If you ever find yourself with like 600 of these, I don't know. I don't know what's happened, because I'm always out of these things. Even though I farm this node a ton. I've listed it in my gear video as the best dark side node to farm in the game. So that's how strongly I feel about this node. So you farm this out of here, and you get these Armatech salvage pieces. And then you go into the shard store like we talked about, and you farm up the purple part. And then you can come in here if you've got a character. Like I've only got one gear 12 over here right now. But let's say you had a character that needed those cybernetics. You can combine the cybernetics, or you can just farm that node until you have enough of these cybernetics just as parts like this. And use them. So on one hand, you're farming for your Electrium conductors. On the other hand, what you're really doing is farming this back to gel, and you're getting the electrium conductors as a bonus. That's how I do it, guaranteed. Um, the you can also crush the visor and the armor. I think there's one more piece, but I don't I don't recall using it too much. What's the fourth piece? Oh, it's the wristband. So you can do the that the visor or the armor. And maybe I don't know what else is on this node. Yeah, like say you have a character that needed a bunch of these to level up and you wanted to go farm this, then you could use some visors to get your electrium. But those are the nodes to do. You know, farm the gold gear. Yes, use energy. Farm it up. Get it going. All right, gray mods. Tenacity cross that doesn't have tenacity on it. We're just going to sell that. What's this 9? It's got 4 speed, tenacity, protection, and health. All right, we'll get rid of that. Keeping that for someday. Crystal math, but the second A is an E. Yep. My fleet is very good. My Empire fleet is very good in most battles. Advanced doesn't even get called in. Interesting. Random question apart from gas 5s. What order should I relic the other 501st? Rex, Arc Trooper, Echo. Arc Trooper does a ton of damage. Arc Trooper really does a ton of damage. So I would probably do Rex just so he doesn't die, then Arc Trooper for the damage, and then Echo is the last one. I'd like to say thanks because your videos have helped me a ton. I started free to play and got Hyperdrive Bundle at level 78 and was pretty behind in my shard. I have a lot of it bloat from ignorance in the beginning. That's all of us. That's all of us that started without the right video to start. Rex makes sense, but people say Arc and others say Echo, so I have no clue. All right. In my opinion, Rex, Echo, Rex, Arc, Echo. I'm at 1.5, around 100 in arena and top 10 in fleet. Which character would you relic first? Out of JKR, EP, Bosk, and CLS teams. I would do JKR. Yeah, definitely. JKR and then Bosk. JKR is just too good all over in the game. Why do you farm way more speed mods than other mods as opposed to the correct ratio of how many your character would need of each mod set? I wish I could bookmark nodes. Since you're at Loquitur, since your guild completed C-Pit, what would you be your first R8? Okay, we're not completing C-Pit on my guild yet, but if it did, what would my first Relic 8 be on the account Enfys Nest? I would sit on materials until I could get my nest to Relic 8. That would be my, if it was my only relic, it would be my first relic. So why would I farm more speed mods than anything else? That answer is simple. I can mod a character with 6 speed mods. I don't care. On a character that I want to go fast, if all I have is speed mods, that's fine. I'll just put speed mods on and have speed mods everywhere. I don't mind. I guess I should answer that 2 ways, right? Early game on the Loquitur account, I'm answering the question for that. That's the reason that I farm speed mods over there, because I just need a big inventory of good speed mods with speed subs. With the main account, the same thing. I mean, you're just trying to improve the speed mods that you've already got, but you'll have enough of those offsets. Like some of the events give you mods, they most often give you health mods, defense mods, stuff like that. So you get a lot of those type of mods from the events. So you don't have to farm as many of those. But yeah, I mean, tenacity, so tenacity is a stat in and of itself. If you want to mod a character for tenacity, you need to maximize the tenacity, which means you basically need tenacity mod set, 3 mod sets. So you have to farm tenacity. Let's see, offense, percent, offense, defense, and speed with a health main stat. Let's slice that once and see what we get. It's not bad. I wish we'd hit the speed. One more, and if we don't hit the speed, it's probably going to get sold. All right, we did hit the speed. Keep us interested. We'll do one more slice. Nope. Park it. I'm not even going to lock it. 2 upgrades, 9 speed. Not worth locking. So yeah, it's the tenacity mod set is one that you do have to farm if you ever want to have a tenacity character. You got to have tenacity mod set. There's no other way to do it. But for an offense character, if you just put speed mods on an offense character with the right main stats, that's got speed, but it's only got 3 speed. So yeah, you can build a set for an offensive character out of speed mods. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Speed mods can work on any character. Not the same with offense. If you put offense mods on a tank, it doesn't work. If you put offense mods on an offense character but don't have any good substats, then that doesn't work either. But speed is just generic. You can put speed on any character in the game and just focus on the right main stats and still have a character that's okay. Some guy told me that I sucked at modding Phoenix when I did my video the other week. And I was using leftover mods. I threw speed mods on them because that's what I got, I didn't try to mod the Phoenix well. I just tried to throw mods on them so that they could try to complete that event. I think I'm going to have to take my Ezra Bridger to like gear 10. I'm not looking forward to that because I know it takes at least 1 stun gun, maybe 2 to get him to gear 10. But I do believe you have to take Ezra to about gear 10 to do the Thrawn event. I've heard it said that 65,000 is about the minimum you can do. I've never tested it myself, so we'll build up the Ezra a little bit and then we'll do some testing on the Phoenix to see how low we can keep them and still manage to get the Thrawn event done. This is a whole lot of gray mods that just aren't doing very good for me. All right, let's see. This 5 speed, that's a good roll. Health on the main stat, 2 bad stats. Well, just 1 really bad. Yeah, it's protection and defense flat. Yeah, get that out of here. Tenacity, main stat. That's not that good. Don't really want a tenacity main stat on anything but a tenacity mod. Oh, potency, that gets us interested. Protection, health, only 3 speed. If it was 5 speed, we'd keep it. Tenacity on a tenacity mod set. That's what we want. Come on, speed. Give me some speed. I really want speed. No. All right, get it out of here. Health, offense, potency. Let's try one more time to get speed. Nope. Get out of here. Cut your losses. Cut your losses, boys. 2 bad stat lines. It's gone. And gray mods, we just don't want to invest in these gray mods unless they're really worth it. Because it's really a lot of materials to try to get them up and running. Defense, potency. Let's see what... Still no health. I don't know. One last try for speed. Oh, we got it. We got speed. So that's 4 good stats with a health main stat. We can hit this one once. Or twice. I always feel like I got to give it that second try. Especially if it's got 4 good stats on it. Come on, get the speed. Come on. We're running out of materials. We're running out of slicing materials fast, and I'm not getting very good mods for it. That's the game, though, right? All right, let's go over here and catch up on chat for a second. as I continue to pound my way through all these crosses. Can't believe how many gray crosses I have. It's crazy. We did get speed. Garbage stats, though. All right. How high do you recommend gearing the geos? As high as you are willing to gear them. I have nothing against taking all the geos to relic level. Nothing. I think they're a good team in the game. They're flexible. Getting them to 16.5 is what you have to do. Don't stop with your geos until you get each one of them to 16,500 galactic power so that you can do the events. And if you want to stop there, you can stop there. But it's not, there's no harm in taking them all to gear 12. And you got to relic at least one, potentially two of your geos to be successful in all the different events that they have in the Dark Side GOTB. So typically people will relic the Brute Alpha. I like to relic the Spy because of fleet. So if you relic both the Spy and the Brute Alpha, then for a lot of people you could consider that for sure done. All right, we got health here, tenacity, crit chance, defense on a offense mod. We don't really want that. And it's not going to turn into a speed mod. All right, let's check chat over here. For me, I farm health, crit chance, tenacity, and potency. Monday, Tuesday, offense on Wednesday, speed on Thursday and Friday, slicing mats on the weekend. That's way too complicated, man. That is a complicated system. Get Darth to comment, but that's what I do. What's Midge talking about, Midge? Depending on mods, I'll do enough to do the Watt mission, Relic Alpha to make the team better, Relic on Sunfac, and Spy for fleet. Yeah, that's a good point about Sunfac. So if you do Malevolence, it's really nice to have a Relic Sunfac. Yeah. Yeah, so don't stop with your geos. A lot of people say, don't build geos, but man, if you're early game and you go up against a geo team and they've got 3 relics on defense in Grand Arena, you look at that and you're like, oh man, that is it's gonna stink to fight that. So at higher levels, the geos peter out, right? Like you just bring in Treya and you win. But if you can make them burn their Darth Vader to beat your geos, that's already a win. Especially if you can put something on the back wall that's also something that Vader easily counters. You force them to use their Vader on the front. They get to the back, and they regret having used their Vader on your geos. So that's how I use the geos in Grand Arena. I use them to pull a team. It's just going to pull a Treya. It's going to pull a decent team because you can't just throw off against them. You got to use something. So, but for an early game player, 16.5 on all the geos, one of them relic, Spy or Brute Alpha, probably your best first relics on that team. The pain. Do you think geos into Padme team and then SLKR would be good? Well, of course I think that'd be good. Yeah. That's good. Works for me. Let's see. I think the Padme team into gas is probably a more efficient route. If you just want to do one thing, doing the Padme team into the gas team really sets you up nicely for territory battles, the raid stuff, a lot of different things. Speed, offense, crit chance with a defense main stat. I like a defense main stat. I don't mind that at all. And health percent. 4 good stats. I don't know. Let's give it one slice. We missed. Get out of here. And I wish, see, when you upgrade them like that, they lose the sell button. You can't sell them once they're 15. It's also annoying. I wish they'd fix that. Speed protection. I don't know. Let's see what the last stat is. One bad stat. Defense. Not good, not horrible. If it was 5 speed, I might be interested, but we're going to get rid of it. Tenacity. Just sell that. We'll just sell it. Garbage stats. Sell that. Defense, garbage stats. Speed, tenacity, defense on the main stat. Let's see what else we get. One really bad stat, one not so good stat, 5 speed. Not worth the investment. 2 bad stats, off it goes. Offense main stat, that's good, we like that. Defense, health. Let's see what else we get. Nope, no speed, gone. Offense and tenacity. One more chance to get speed. It doesn't. It's gone. Offense and defense. Tenacity main stat. I'm not going to invest in that too much. Offense, tenacity, protection. The search for speed. Offense, crit chance. Let's give it one more chance to get speed. Nope. Got speed, health. Let's see what the other 2 stats look like. 2 bad stats. Get it out of here. Not worth the slicing materials. Tenacity, defense. Garbage. Get it out of here. Tenacity, health, protection, main stat. Mediocre. Let's see what another stat is. No speed. Out of here. Done. Offense and protection. Nope, no speed. Get out of here. And I probably wouldn't be putting in that 9th upgrade, but, you know, I've got 65 million credits. It's not bad. Man, I tanked my credits when I leveled up all those characters. I had to level up like 12 characters to 85 for the requirements for the Ray team, the Ray requirements. And man, you forget it's like 72 million I spent just dunk, just like 70 million gone, getting those characters up to 85. Woo, that was scary. All right, let's see what else we get. So I took a dunk on my credits there for a little while. Protection and potency with the defense main stat. And get it out of here. Gotta have that speed. Health, offense. Potency main stat. Offense, crit chance. Health and protection. Get out of here. Garbage. Garbage, garbage. Tenacity, defense. Not interested. So if I don't develop a couple good stats on the first hit, then I'm not going to develop it more. If I hit stats that I like with that first hit, I'll often give it another chance to get speed. But then going from 9 to 12 is where it takes a good amount of credits. So I typically don't want to do that unless the mod's definitely worth investing in. Okay, that was a lot of gray mods. Oh my goodness, look at this. I think for the sake of time, we're going to sort them. We're going to sort them. Sort them all. Do it. We're going to do it. Catch up on chat here in a second. Speed, no. Get out of here. Spy has a bigger ability. Why Spy over Soldier and Sunfac for Fleet? The AI targets the ship with the lowest hit points, and Spy has a high priority for the AI anyway. So by relicking the Spy, you get it up to enough hit points that the AI will typically target your Soldier instead of your Spy. and it does increase your damage and speed by quite a lot. And you want your spy to be able to go before the opposing hound's tooth. So the critical part of that is to get enough speed on the spy that it goes before the enemy's hound's tooth, if at all possible. That way you can dance around a little bit, use the mass assist button with the spy, kill one ship straight off the bat before their tank gets going. It makes such a huge difference in fleet. And then because they typically don't target the spy, they'll kill off your soldier. They have to shoot Sunfac sometimes. If they're a buffed ship, Sunfac will pop up as taunt. So, yeah, it's just about keeping spy in the game and not getting it targeted by the computer as much and being able to do a lot of damage. So it's a combination of things. All right. What's the best Geo combo for 3v3? Look at my last video that I put out, my last account update, because I talk about it a little bit in there. And it's not necessarily what geos are best in combination together, but typically, just generically, what I would say, take your two best geos and put them with Newt Gunray if you have him, Dooku if you don't. Or if you're desperate, put a Poggle Lead and an Asajj Ventress in there. You know, who knows, 3 Separatists, whatever. But take your two best geos and make a team out of them that's going to be a threat. And then take your Brood Alpha and put it with the two weaker geos and make that team a threat. And again, it's not that your geos are going to hold anything, because they get worse in 3v3. They get much worse. But by doing it that way, you make two teams that have a medium threat level, and it's just going to pull teams away from your opponent. They're going to have to use something to beat it. So that's what I would say with your geos. To me, there's no hard and fast answer what geos are the best to put together. I would just put your two best geos in a different team, put your two worst geos with your Brood Alpha. Call it a day. All right, one bad stat. 5 speed, which is good. Crit chance, defense, we don't mind. But this health is mediocre. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do here? Is this one worth hitting? It's close. It's got 3 decent stats. We'll just park it. Maybe we'll come back to it later if we've got slicing materials someday. Test it out, see what we got. You got to be pretty good as a gray mod to want me to slice you. All right, what else? Once you get into Guild Event Tokens 2, you need to have geos at or around Relic 3. Once you start facing Relic 8, you need them at Relic 5. The team needs to be Gear 12 for Dark Side Territory Battle. Relics makes it a lot more versatile. Need to have geos. Once you get into Get 2... Oh, so the Malevolence fleet you're talking about there? Yeah, okay. For fleet, I'd say that Soldier is a better relic. It just does so much damage with all the assists. Yeah, I don't agree. I think the spy is the best first relic geo for ships. I truly believe that. Just because of the mass assist and being able to kill stuff. And again, the soldier does a lot of damage with his basic, but the spy is the one calling in all the shots. So, my opinion. I'd say, okay, let's see. I'm going to run Alpha Soldier and Spy for a 3v3 defense. What about Alpha Spy and Sunfact and get 2 tanks? Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. 24 speed crit damage triangle while you were modding. Good job, Roxy. That's awesome. 24 speed mod. What's the highest speed mod you've gotten in any account? I think I got a 28 somewhere. I only use flat stats if they're complementary. Defense I never use. If a mod has flat defense, I usually consider stopping or selling it. Clear mods. Clear mods. Yeah, somebody wants us to call them clear mods instead of gray mods. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Clear mods. Alright, again, 3 decent stats. I don't know. We'll park it for now, come back later and decide to sell it. I don't have room in my inventory for this garbage, so those are probably going to get sold. Oh, we got speed on this. Health, offense, crit chance. 1 bad stat. Look at all these. I just keep getting 1 bad stat line. It's just 1 stat line away from being good enough to do something. Yuck. Yuck. Just 1 more good stat line. That's all I want. Alright, keep working through these. 3 speed. I don't think we're going to invest in 3 speed. 3 speed. Again, we're not going to invest in 3 speed. On a gray mod. Offense and crit chance. Tenacity isn't horrible. No speed. Off it goes. Alright, this is an offense mod. Those are not offense stats. What are we doing here? Get rid of it. Click the wrong button. Get clicking too fast. Off it goes. Health, defense, potency. Nah. Don't think we want that. Speed. We need speed and offense stats. That's what we mostly look for. Speed and offense stats. Defense, crit chance. You like the crit chance stat. Protection. That's a no-go. Alright, protection, offense, get it out of here. Sell it. What are the questions we got? Boys, offense and speed. Check out the other 2 stats. Protection and flat. Again, a 5 speed mod with just 1 garbage stat. Yuck. More mods to park. Yikes. Clicked wrong there. I get clicking too fast sometimes and go ahead and hit the upgrade button before I get it set on 6. Close enough, though. I occasionally get these things on 7, and I waste a level. Tenacity and crit chance. And speed. And then 1 garbage stat, right? Yeah, okay. Well, this at least has 4 stats that we can live with. Tenacity is not the greatest stat, but we've got speed and potency. And it's got a health main stat, which I like. Let's give it a slice and see what happens. Not good. Not good. No speed. Protection, tenacity. Defense and potency. I don't know. We can see what 1 more stat looks like. Crit chance, not speed. Get it out of here. Speed and potency. Let's see what the other 2 stats are. Garbage. Gone. There was 1. I thought I clicked it on 6 and got 7 instead, so some wasted credits. Crit chance, tenacity, speed. Let's see what the other stat is. Protection. Not horrible. 4 speed. I don't know if it was 5 speed. I might take it. We'll leave it. We'll park it for a second. Let's see what else we get. Speed, potency. Ah, come on. Offense, defense. Again. Again with this. The flat offense isn't bad, though. All right, let's see what we get. Come on, speed. Nothing. All right, health and tenacity. That one can go. Speed and health. Let's look, two flat stats. Get it out of here. Get out of here. Go. Sticky. Doesn't want to leave. Sticky mod. Stuck to my finger. All right. I'm really loving the GAC updates. I inflated my account beginning of the game before I knew not to, and the new GP levels are going to save me. Nice. Now you need to have 4 fleets a bit earlier for GAC. What would you recommend apart from Malevolence and Negotiator? I think the Finalizer fleet is good. You're going to want Supreme Leader Kylo Ren someday anyway. I think a Bounty Hunter fleet under Home 1 is a passable early game fleet. You'll have it if you've unlocked the finalizer. So that's kind of an easy way to fall into 2 fleets, is to do the finalizer and then just use the bounty hunters with the Home 1 fleet somewhere. Throw in the Millennium Falcon and a couple other rebel ships that you can build pretty easy. It's real easy to get 4 fleets. Real easy to get 4 fleets. Especially if you're, willing to actually build and also use the finalizer fleet. Makes it easy. All right. Okay, let's see. The highest speed I've gotten on a mod was 28 in the primary. Nice. If you've invested on Galactic Republic and Geos and Fleet, what's the best unlock? Both get 2 capital ships or first take 1 to 7 stars. So typically what you'll want to do is take 1 to 7 stars early game. So if you did things right and you built, for example, the Malevolence as your first fleet, you're going to want to take it all the way to 7 stars before you do the Negotiator. If you've decided to go Negotiator first, then, take it to 7 stars. On my main account here, I did do both of them at 5 stars, and I'm kind of sitting there with both of them at 5 stars. There's a reason for that, but it's not the right thing to do, and it's certainly not what I'll do on the Loquitur account. We'll do that better. Malevolence can stop any fleet, especially doing it with less power. I would take Malevolence to 6 stars, then do Negotiator to 7, then go back and finish the Malevolence. Negotiator demands being maxed out, but with Malevolence you can get away with being 6 star for a bit. I don't know, I'd probably take it all the way to 7 just to maintain the best possible position in Fleet Arena. My account is close to 6 months old and going for gas. I have Gear 12, Gear 11 Geos, same with Galactic Republic. Thing is, I have bought 45 Negotiator shards. Time to change guilds. Yeah, that's all guild stuff that gets you that. I believe on your main it's better to buy a mod on the store than waste credits for plus 12 gray mods. So I guess what Bazing is saying is he wouldn't work on the gray mods. I can agree to that to a certain extent, but I do both. So I buy mods out of the mod shop and also work on gray mods. So it's not a matter of replacing my mod work with the shop. The shop is in addition to all the work that I do on mods already. I can't get enough mods. I mean, if the game gave me more mods, I would still farm mods all the time. I'd still farm mods. I'm mod crazy. Can't get enough of them. Regardless if they're bought, stolen, whatever. Taken from events. What else do we want to talk about, guys? Let's see if there's any more stuff in chat. Protection. Flat offense. Not going to be good enough to continue there. Protection and flat protection. No speed. Get out of here. Protection, health. Flat stats. Gray mods got to be good or we don't mess with them. Flat offense. We'll at least see what the other 2 stats are. Garbage. All right, health, 3 speed. We're not going to invest in 3 speed. Potency and health. Crit chance. We'll go ahead and see if we get speed on the last one. Nope. Denied. Speed, health. Let's see what the other 2 stats are. Garbage. Garbage. 2 bad stats is an automatic sale. Protection, flat protection, don't want that. Health, tenacity. Let's see one more stat. Is it speed? It is not. Goodbye. It's an offense mod. We don't have to be so aggressive with the speed. Health, flat defense. Yuck. Get out of here. Offense, flat offense. Defense. Sell. Come on. Shake it off. Sticky mods. Offense and potency. It's worth seeing another stat. Tenacity. Not going to cut it. Health, tenacity. Not what we're looking for. Speed, my friends. We're looking for speed. Grinding away. We found some speed. Offense, tenacity, flat offense. Not horrible. Let's see if we can get one slice on it, get speed. Man, I'm bad on these green mods. Not much success with the green mods today. Got a couple good hits up top though right away, so it's not a horrible day in the modding neighborhood. That's going to be out of here. Alright, to get the last reinforcement you need 7 stars. Having 6 stars doesn't do much. The determining factor for any premium fleet is not about having Geos, Jedis, clone ships. Make your decision based on BTLB and Hyena Bomber. That's the big point. And I don't know. I don't know. Different people have different favorite characters in the game. And if your favorite characters are Jedi, and you're planning to build a Padme team or a Jedi Knight Revan team, if you're planning to build Anakin and Ahsoka for any reason, if you're going to build clones, it's hard not to say a Galactic Republic fleet is the right first way to go, because those are the characters that you're going to be building. And it's at that point, it's not, it's about what characters you're willing to build. It's not really about which bomber you're willing to farm. It's about what characters you're willing to build to put into those ships. All right, one slice. All right, we got speed. We're interested. Let's do it again. We got protection. Let's go ahead and sink another slice in here and see what we get. Speed again. All right, boys, here we go. We're looking for a 6. We're looking for this to go to 19 speed. And it does not. All right. 13 speed, though. We'll lock it in. Not bad from a gray mod. Can't expect too much from a gray mod. Crit chance. Good stats here. Offense. No speed. Did not get the speed. It's a bummer when you see a bunch of good stats and then you just don't get the speed. Can't continue. All right, there was another 7. I wasted a few credits there, boys. Inefficient. Inefficiency at its best. Credits wasted out of speed. So yeah, I think with your fleet decisions, a lot of what determines what you're going to do in fleet is A, if you want to be efficient with what you've got, and B, what characters are you already planning to work on. The pilot makes such a difference for a ship. You don't want to build a good ship because it's a good ship and then find out that the characters are complete suck, and then you don't invest in the characters, because then the ship's not ever going to be any good. So it's more about picking the ships where you're going to have good characters. If you like Kenobi, honestly, that's one thing that I'm finding with the Finalizer early build. I potentially could have gotten a Grievous to 7 stars if I'd have focused sooner, faster than I could have gotten a Kenobi to 7 stars. Because my Kenobi still isn't 7 stars. And I got into a pretty good guild pretty much as early as, what am I doing investing in that? That's garbage. Misread it. Protection and potency. We'll see. Yeah, out of here. So yeah, it's about what characters you're willing to relic. Or willing to work on, Make those pilots. And then build the ships behind them. So Malevolence does seem like an easier and more efficient ship to get both the ship fleet up and running as well as the commander of the capital ship. Kenobi's been a pain in my butt to gear. This guy is so hungry for every good type of gear. He needs stun guns on every level. He needs Carbantes. He needs all... Oh, look at this. Protection, offense, crit chance. That's 3 good stats on an offense mod. We're going to park it. We're going to leave that one. We may circle back around to it someday or sell it someday. I just recently did a round of selling, so I've got quite a bit of room in my account right now. And when I start to run out, I'll go back and I'll sell off all those mediocre mods again. Whatever I haven't invested in at that point. All right. Hyena bombers absolutely make or break on the Malevolence fleet. Why do you say that, Nabokov? I'm interested to hear your logic behind why the Hyena bombers make or break. But I don't disagree that it's important. It's a very important ship. I don't disagree. But I think you can have a Malevolence fleet that runs okay, especially early game, without the Hyena bomber. You can build into the Hyena bomber as you go. You don't have to have it before you unlock the fleet is what I'm saying. I mean, you can run it with just a standard Geo fleet and then build into the Hyena bomber, you know, after you've got the ship already up and running. It's mind-boggling how many mods you have to slice just to get 1 or 2 mods with decent speed. That's the case. Yeah, that's the case. And I feel like I advertise that in so many of my videos just to try to make that point. You know, it's just a game of statistics. You just have to look at a lot of mods. You got to see a lot of mods. And anybody who says I've got bad luck with speed mods, you don't have bad luck. You have bad statistics. The only way to get your statistics better is to look at more mods. Farm them, buy them, get them out of events. Look at every mod that you can look at. That is statistically how you're going to get good mods. Okay, last round of gray garbage that we got. I really have a lot of gray mods in this account. It's amazing. I am shocked at how many gray accounts I have over here. Clear mods. I'm going to call them clear. I'm going to do like that guy said. I can't remember who said it, but start calling them clear mods. See if we can make that a thing. See if we can get it to stick. Clear mods. I'm going to try to remember that. It doesn't matter to me whether I call them gray or clear, and it matters to him. So what the heck? Call them clear mods. Clear mods. Transparent. Colorless. Free of color. It's only 3, but let's see another stat. Potency. Let's see another stat. Health. Nah. Out of here. Something's happening. Sounds like we got some cat chasing going on in the house outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my daughter's going crazy in the background. Something happened with one of the cats. It cracks me. I'm sorry. I can't help laughing at her. It cracks me up. 3 speed. If it was 5 speed, we'd probably invest, maybe even with 4 speed. But at 3 speed, just can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. Upgrade, boring. So to Nabokov, without it, when you start to see actual fleet battles, you'll lose too often. Getting by just means you're planning to lose soon. God, I hate ship battles. I just lost my 3rd ship in a row. Dude, tell me how to say your name. Is your name supposed to be LOL or is it IOL or what is that? What is your name? Is it IOL or LOL so that I can actually call you by name? Arva says, yeah, eventually you do want the Hyena bomber, but it doesn't make or break the fleet until you have to deal with relic negotiators. That's where I'm at, Arva. I'm in the same spot you are. You definitely want the Hyena bomber for that fleet, but it's not a requirement in order to start using the fleet in the first place. Fire it up with your Geos and your Vulture droid, you're fine. Get a Hound's Tooth in there if you can. The Hyena bomber if you can. Or if you're starting a new account and you're just developing it in the first place, definitely farm the Hyena Bomber over the Houndstooth and then go back to the Houndstooth. Get that. The Bounty Hunter ship, if you're a hyperdrive player, you could put the IG-2000 in there as well because it is a droid ship, so it has some synergy with the Malevolence. Not as much as the Geos, of course, but it is another ship that you can build for that fleet. Speed, crit chance, tenacity, offense. On an offense mod. 3 good stats. And speed at 4. Tenacity is a throwaway stat. I don't know. Let's take a chance on it, see what we get. Flat offense. Nah. Yucko. Not good enough. So you said I hate fleets. You lost 3 in a row. Man, I had one climb the other day, and I typically don't have any problem. And just battle after battle, it was like statistically improbable, the stuff that was going on with dodges and, just not getting the stuns on characters with my silencer, and very frustrating. So, okay, do the battle over again. And it happens again. Do the battle over again. It happens again. And now you're pushing your fleet payout time, and you've already paid 50 to refresh and burnt up an hour and 10 minutes worth of time, and you're sitting there looking at the refresh timer going, man, if I actually want to place today, I actually gotta burn money on refreshes just to try to get more crystals. And so yeah, it's I had a day like that probably a week or so ago. It was just frustrating. It was really frustrating, but only happens every now and then, so usually goes smooth. The top guy in my fleet shard today softened up his fleet on my payout. So super cool of these guys. He just replaces like one of his ships with a different ship to make it just easy enough for me to beat. And then I can beat it. And then he doesn't fall much below like 8th or 10th place at the very lowest. On my fleet shard, they can beat me back to about 14 every day. So I usually start below the top 10. So I have to climb. But yeah, I was looking at it going, well, I guess I'll have second place today. And then I checked back in a few minutes, and the fleet had been reduced. So that's super cool when people are willing to do that. They're part of the fleet chat. They know what your payout is, and they don't mind helping you out on your payout. Crit chance and protection and defense. If I had an offense stat, I'd keep that, but it's an offense mod. Tenacity and crit chance. Speed, no speed. Sell it and get it out of here. These gray mods must be boring you guys to death. Let's keep finding topics to talk about. Okay, it's just LOL. Your name makes me want to play League of Legends. Nice. I was watching Yankos earlier today. Yankos had a stream going on, so I was watching him jungle. And basically, he was joking around with the stream, and he said if he dies 3 times, he's washed up. If he dies more than 3 times, he's washed up. If he dies 5 times, he's really washed up. If he dies 6 times, he's headed for the retirement home. Yeah, he's making jokes about it. Yeah, cracks me up. Health, nope, no speed. We try that one slice on these gray mods, and if we don't get it, we don't get it. We give up quickly. Give up quickly on them. We get a lot of those basic slicing materials down at the bottom end. It starts to get rare on slicing materials after the green slice. So we could take them from clear to green. I gotta practice saying clear to green, but not beyond that. Clear mods, clear. Crystalline mod. Let's see what we get here. Potency, protection, blah, not good enough. So if you relic spy and alpha, what relic level? My generic answer to that is it's up to you. You know, I think relic 5 is not hard to do. So whenever I'm making recommendations for people to build characters, flat offense, tenacity, crit chance. This tenacity isn't bad, but crit chance and flat offense on an offense mod aren't bad. All right, let's see what we get. Let's take a chance on it. Crit chance keeps us interested. It's not a speed mod, so it doesn't have to have speed. All right, now we're out of slicing materials, so we don't get to play with that anymore. But that's not a bad offense mod. That's on its way to being something good. We'll lock it in. So what was I saying? Yeah, Relic 5 to me is not hard to get. And Relic 5 is where you can fight the Rancor. So it feels to me like taking stuff to Relic 5 just to have characters to throw into the Rancor raid. And I know people don't do this, and I don't know why, but when you get into phases 2 and 3, you know, if you've got a decent team, get in there and swing with it. Even if you don't have a decent team, throw in one Relic 5 to feed the Rancor, let him, you know, eat up and not be hungry anymore. And then bring in a decent team, knock the door on his head, and just, you know, punch him a few times. He'll stand up and he'll kill your team in a hurry. But just having 5 Relic 5 characters to take in there and knock down the door. I mean, I on my Loquitur account, I got complete garbage. I got 5 characters from 5 different factions. So I threw Moff Tarkin, not Moff Tarkin, who did I throw in there? I don't remember. Oh, who did I throw? I don't think I threw anybody. I think I just went in. But I've got like Vader, Moff, the Snow Trooper, Spy, Jedi Knight Anakin, all at Relic 5. So I've got like 5 characters at Relic 5, and I just throw them in against the Rancor and do 360,000 damage or whatever I do. It's something. It's better than having a 0 participation, right? So that's it. Relic 5 is my generic answer. If you don't want to invest to Relic 5, then don't. That's up to you. So there's a jump with Gear 13. It's like a stair step thing. Gear 13 is a pretty big step. It gives you a bunch of speed, gives you a bunch of stats, really makes your characters better. Relic 1 to 3 is kind of another stair step that gives you a jump in your character's viability. Going from 3 to 5 is another pretty big step. 3 to 4 is not such a big step, but 3 to 5 is a big step. And then 5 to 7 is a big step. So I kind of look at it as not worth any investment at all, so we just leave them like Relic 0. Don't invest anything in them. If you just want the speed and just be done with it, get the stats, just leave them at 0. Otherwise, 3, 5, 7. That's my thoughts. I've got my Malik or not Malik, but Maul. My Darth Maul is at 4 because you have to like Relic 4 that thing to. Eventually, I'll Relic 5 it, and maybe it'll become Rancor food, or just another character I can throw in with the Rancor. So that's my thoughts. Protection. All right, let's catch up over here. Yeah, Arva, that's funny. He remembers my. I did a little rant in the chat when I was having struggles with fleet. He asked me if it was the first order fleet, and I said it's acting like the 8th order fleet today. It's like definitely not first. I think I ended up getting 8th, or I was in 8th place when I said that. It's the 8th order fleet. I've been like 20 minutes and I still haven't liked the video. Remember to use your lightsabers. Well, this is not a very likable video. Nobody really likes to watch anybody just sit here and do mods all day. So to be honest, I feel like the conversation must be pretty good, or you guys must be pretty desperate to sit here and watch a mod stream. I don't mean to belittle y'all, but I'm usually when I start talking about mods, it's crazy. I'll have like 92 people in the channel. Somebody will ask a mod question. I'll start talking about mods and it'll go 92, 83, 71, 64. Like a third of the stream just bails as soon as I start talking about mods. It's pretty funny. Defense, crit chance, offense. Good stats. I wish we'd have got speed on that last one. I wish we'd have got speed. Health, defense. Yeah, flat stat. Get it out of here. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. Let's sell all these arrows off. Let's sort by arrows and see what we want. We don't want this. Offense with offense is good. Speed. No. Crit avoidance, crit avoidance. Speed is fine. Crit avoidance is gone. We don't have other arrows. Okay, get rid of them. Then we can cut down that inventory of stuff that we actually have to look at. And I typically keep all the speed arrows with speed substats. I just kind of 12 them up and park them in inventory so that I can see what it looks like. And then when I do my selling on the account, I can sell the ones that don't look good, or the ones that do look good, I can figure out a character to put them on. But I just kind of develop them and park them. This one, we need something good here, right? So we got offense, health, crit chance, and offense with an offense main stat. It doesn't have speed, but that's not horrible. And I don't have a lot of offense arrows anyway, so we'll keep it. We'll just park it for now. All right, let's do the same thing here. Let's sell this. Protection on an offense triangle we don't want. This is a speed. Let's see what we get. Oh, man. Oh, man. We got to be a little less picky with triangles, but still, we've got to have some kind of standards, right? Protection, offense, crit chance. We need tenacity on a tenacity mod. More than speed, we're looking for a tenacity substat. We're not finding it. Doesn't have tenacity on it. Off it goes. Because typically you're only going to pick tenacity if you're actually wanting tenacity. So any tenacity mod without a tenacity substat, it either has to have high speed or tenacity somewhere. Otherwise, it can't keep it. Can't keep a tenacity mod unless it has really high speed or tenacity substat. Or tenacity main stat as a triangle. Crit damage, tenacity, potency. Let's see one more stat. Man, this is not interesting. Crit damage we like. Offense, health, flat health, potency, no speed. Come on, guys, come on. Offense, protection. We'll see one more stat. Again, with the triangles, we got to try to force them to be good. Health. It's a very health-oriented mod. This is like a Padme team mod or something, where you have a bunch of health stats on an offense primary stat. Speed and crit chance with a health main stat. Tenacity and protection. That's pretty good. We can keep that one. Crit chance, offense, defense, protection. That's not good enough to keep. Defense, tenacity, crit chance, health, main stat, no speed. Protection, potency, health, protection, main stat, no speed, sell. Offense with a health main stat, we're just not going to pick that. Protection and health, defense main stat, looking for speed, don't find it, get it out of here. We're just going to do 9 on these and try to... Protection and speed, that's not bad. Tenacity with crit damage main stat. Let's see how this one turns out. Oh, we got speed, kind of a bust. 7 speed, not great. But we'll lock it in. It's a decent triangle now. All right. Crit damage, health, tenacity, speed, offense. It's not great, not horrible. We'll leave it parked. Maybe we'll come back to it someday. Or sell it off in a selling round. So what happens when I do selling rounds, when I talk about that? So there's two phases in a selling round. The first is I go around to the characters that I know either have really trash mods on them, or, you know, in some cases, there's characters that I've never even gone back and remodded from when I started the game. Looking for tenacity. So I'll first go to those characters and I'll actually see if I can put a better mod set on them. And that often, you know, just by taking some of these mediocre mods that I've parked, take them up to 15, put them on one of those mediocre characters and just park them again. Then those mods stay somewhere in my inventory where I can work on them later if I want to. But the mods that I take off of those characters are awful, and I know that I'm not going to work on them, and those are the ones that get sold. So that's a bit why I'm parking these mods, is because once I go back and sort of do a remod on some of those characters, that'll determine what mods in the end get kept and sold. 3 speed with bad stats, just not good enough. Speed, health, 1 bad stat, 2 bad stats, gotta abandon ship. Upgrade, defense, health, 2 bad stats. See ya, no speed. Alright, speed, potency, crit chance, that's looking good. And offense, protection, main stat, not that great for a main stat, but the off stats are good. 9 speed, that's locked in. We can work on that one later when we get some more slicing materials. Defense, protection, crit chance. Nope. Off we go. Upgrade. See you later. All right. That should be it, right? That should be all the gray mods. That should be all the gray mods. Yep. No more level 1 gray mods. So we're complete on this account. Now, let's go through a couple of these characters that we've got and try to improve their modding for the next Grand Arena. Jedi Knight Revan. We haven't worked on his mods in a long time. We do need to try to make him faster. So let's sort by speed and see what we get. Here's a 19 speed versus a 13 speed that we've got on him. Better stats. So let's go ahead and do that. And this mod is really good, right? Tenacity, health. The tenacity isn't that great, but the speed, the potency, the health are all good stats. So we're going to go ahead and 6-dot this mod, take it to 20 speed. And then we're going to go ahead and hit it with a slice and see if we can make this 26 speed. 26 speed. 26 speed, boys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's not 26 speed. Let's see. We got plenty of slicing materials. Let's try again. Hit the tenacity. All right. Let's try one more time. Maybe twice more. This is disappointing. Come on. We're not going to get the 20. We're not going to get more speed on that mod. Oh, well. Them's the breaks. All right, let's see. We got 13 speed here. 13 speed here. This one has flat protection. This one has more good stats. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to look here. And let's see. Let's see if we've got speed here. That's tenacity. That's kind of specialized. 17 speed offense on a defense with potency. So let's do that. And let's see what we've got here. Crit damage, 21 speed versus 16 speed. See, they both got 4 rolls, but this has 16 speed versus 21. bunch of extra protection. Let's see. How badly do we need potency on JKR? Does he need potency? When he does his middle skill, there's one of them that's automatic. Let's just look for speed. Let's do the 21 speed just because it's more speed. We'll upgrade this one. And 17 speed is not terribly impressive. That's 1 5 and 3 4s, more or less. So it's not great, but let's go ahead and slice this. It's got a bunch of good stats on it. So maybe we can hit that 18 speed and maybe make it 23 speed. What do you think? 23 speed? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good for the stream. 23 speed. Called it. All right, just had to stick with it. Just had to stay persistent. All right, so overall, we've improved the speed from 278 to 301. That's pretty good. We lost a little bit of potency. I don't care about this set. I don't think I care about this set. Quite a bit more offense. Look at that. Check that out. That's a good hit. Drop crit chance a little bit more armor. So overall, I think, what, 13 more speed? It's not horrible. Oh, hey, we got a super chat over here. Cool. Is Plo a good member, 5th member for the Padmite? No. Plo is not. Plo is a character that you can put on that team to fill in the 5th slot until you get somebody better. The best skill Plo has is turn meter gain, and Padme's abilities say that the team can't gain turn meter, so his best skill is kind of shut down. It's also why Grandmaster Yoda becomes kind of mediocre in a Padme team, because his basic skill gives him a bunch of turn meter, and he just can't get it in the Padme team, so it's kind of it kind of works against his kit. So with Plo, no. If you've built Plo and you've built his ship and you don't have a 5th character to sit with the Padme team, put him in. I mean, he's a body. He can go in there. He can take a hit, activate Anakin. But he's not good. He's not a good character in that. So thanks a lot for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I wish I could answer your question with a more positive sense, but all right, so let's see. It's not all about the mods, it's for the combo. And yes, I'm also very bored. Nice. I think sim tickets. Talking about sim tickets? No. Have we bought the fancy cat yet? No, we haven't bought the fancy cat yet. So we're buying a kitten that won't be born for a couple weeks yet. So the breeder has a litter of kittens coming in like 3 weeks. So we've committed to the purchase, but we've not actually purchased the new cat yet. So we're getting a Turkish van for anybody who didn't hear that part. We're getting a Turkish van, and apparently it's a kind of cat that swims, and it's going to be very expensive for me to buy a Turkish van for my daughter. But we lost a cat to cancer last week sometime, and so as soon as we lose a cat, then it's an opportunity for my wife and daughter to go hunting for a replacement cat. They get what they want. They're spoiled. My family is. All right, did anybody answer the potency question? Let's see. When will you be doing the next farming path on Discord? I've been working on the PowerPoint and stuff today, so I'm hoping to get a path a week for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So it'll take me another month to close out all 4 paths, and I apologize for that, guys, but I put as much time into this channel as I can. I run out of time. Omega from Bad Batch. He only really inflicts stun, buff immunity, and mark are guaranteed. Oh, so it's just for the stun, the buff immunity, and the mark are guaranteed? Good. The stun can use potency, but it's not needed. Is buff immunity cooldown. Mark is not resistible, only the stun. Okay. Would you rather have more health, speed, etc.? Yeah, we're putting more speed on him. We're putting him over the 300 mark. LOL says I'm only using him for the ship. Who's the ideal fifth character besides 3PO, JKA, and Kenobi? So for the Padme team, there's 4 characters that are kind of on lockdown for that team, right? Padme, Ahsoka, Anakin, and Kenobi. They're all 4 of those characters belong in a 5-man Padme team. The 5th character is the one that's negotiable. C-3PO is very good in that team if you're not using him somewhere else and you have him. Barriss Offee is, I think, if you're going to put Padme on defense, Barriss is a very good defensive character for that team. C-3PO could be a good defensive character too. Barriss has an ability that allows you to, every time you get critically hit, you gain life back. And because all the characters in the Padme team have so much life, a lot of times you get hit hard enough that it hurts you but doesn't kill you. And you automatically get that % life back right away. So you can even, when they're hitting Kenobi, they'll sometimes pop him below 50%, and then he'll heal right back up into the green. But he will have triggered Anakin in that moment where he was lower in life. So you get the trigger, and then it immediately resets, and then Anakin goes, and then they trigger Kenobi again, and then Anakin and Padme both go. So Barriss can just make that team go crazy with the free turns with her skill. So I honestly, I love her. She's the one that I use as my 5th on my main account here. C-3PO is better in CLS, and R2-D2 is used with the Resistance, so that leaves you with Zeta Barriss for Padme. Yeah, Arva. I like Barriss a lot. Yep. Dang, mod this cat for health for sure. Cat needs tenacity. No debuffs on that cat. Throwing up Shock T until I get gear up for Barriss. Shock T is okay. Shock T is a fast little character, and she allows other characters to assist, so she can do some cool stuff in the Padme team. Again, she's just kind of a fill-in until she's taken somewhere else into a Jedi team or leading clones or whatever. But the ideal character is going to be Cat. Please do not call her Cat. It makes me cringe. Can't wait to get Cat in my Padme team. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to put Cat with Bo-Katan just so I can have, Bo-Cat. Bo-Cat. Cat. 2 cats on the same team. My daughter would be in favor of multiple cats on the same team. Only 8 speed on this speed. I gotta have something better than that somewhere. Here's a purple with 8 speed. I can have 10 speed on. And I've got another slice opportunity on this one. That doesn't hit speed either. More crit chance though. And that puts us at 303 speed, I think. And then we're just going to be done there. That's going to be it for remodding on the Revan. Okay. And then Brood Alpha, I'm still trying to get him to 300. He's 293. Let's see if any of those changes freed up a better mod for me. 13 speed, 15 here, 19. 25, 13. Do I have anything better than 13? 20 health. That's a pretty terrible mod. I didn't sort by speed. You gotta sort by speed. 16 speed, potency. So let's see. What do we got here? Crit damage. Nah, I really don't have anything that I want to change on him. And then, like I said, every now and then we go into the garbage characters that I used to use a long time ago. So, like, someday you go in here on Mother Talzin, and you're like, okay, what does Mother Talzin have on her anyway? Like, what even are her mods? And, okay, so here's a purple 9-speed mod, 10-speed gold mod, 10-speed gold mod. So these mods that are already at gold, like this one here, 5-speed on a gold mod, like that's terrible. And we can swap it out to this mod, because at some point in the future when we're looking for good fast mods and we want to pull this 16-speed mod off, we can just take this off and it'll show us all the mods that we have, and then we can, we'll still be able to see this mod and access it on Mother Talzin. So this is a way that you can, sort through your characters and put some of your better mods that you've found. This is 13 speed. It's not horrible. We can put that on. See if we've got something down here with potency on it that's better. Health. Nah, that's fine. 13 speed is good enough. So then maybe we're looking for a potency arrow, if we can find one, to give her potency back. Okay, let's look over here for potency. Just looking for a potency anything. Okay, here's one. Only 4 speed on that, though. That's pretty terrible. All right. So we're not finding anything that's helping us reestablish this potency set. Here we go. 12 speed versus 13 speed, but I lose the main stat potency. We don't want to throw away the main stat potency. All right, 10 speed down here. What would we have to give away? We don't even have a potency mod there. Okay. All right, so we could just make that change and get out of there and, come back to her someday. Same thing with old Daka. I mean, if we look at old Daka, she's just got health mods from way back when. Look at this. Health mod with offense on her. Not even a health mod with health. Here's a health mod with health. We can swap that out. Here's a health mod with 5 speed. That's pretty awful. Here's a health mod with 8 speed. We can put that on. Here's a health mod with 10 speed versus a health mod with no speed. That's terrible stats. See, this is a very sellable mod, right? This is that mod's gone. So we can get this mod in there, get that one out. This mod is 15 speed. That's too good to put on her right now. 10 speed versus 7 speed with 1 garbage substat. This mod's not horrible. It's not good. I definitely wouldn't have it locked anymore at this point. So we'll assign that mod. See what we got up here. Speed. Flat protection and flat health. That's pretty bad. This one's still got flat protection, but at least it's got some other good defensive stats on it. So we'll put that one up. Take it to 15. And so you do this every now and then, and you improve the quality of the stats on your mods, and then that puts mods over in your mod inventory for you to sell off later. And then, you go in there and sell them. Get rid of them. Uh-oh, we're maxed out on fleet energy. Better get rid of that. Find something we can farm real quick in fleet. Knock back some of that energy. Can't let your energy max out. All right. Is anybody bored enough to continue watching the Loquitur account? I got to do it anyway, so I'm just going to do it. And if people want to hang around and continue to watch the stream, then that's completely up to you guys. It's your choice to stay or to go. But like I said, I got to do it anyway. It's not. I don't have a choice of doing it or not. All right, let's sell off those, and then let's look at gray mods here. Sell off all these gray mods that are squares and diamonds. Lots of these. And I don't do the select all because I'm afraid of what all it's going to select. Yeah, let's get rid of these because they have already got one bad stat showing. This has already got a bad stat showing. Bad stats. Yeah, we can take a look at them though. We can take a look at those. All right, get them out of here. And then we're going to look for circles that have protection. I'm just trying to increase my inventory of mods that have health. I like the health stat better, especially for relic characters. So we're getting rid of pretty much all the ones that don't look good. This one has protection, but it has speed showing already, so we'll keep that. Get rid of the rest of these. And that just helps me have more health circles in the account. So let's just catch up on chat over here for a second. You should put on some montage music by AP Gaines with Nikki Biggs. I'm not sure I'll agree if it's the greatest song ever. I like Billie Eilish. I think her music's better than AP. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Why is there no Omega on that middle skill on Talzin? Shame on Darth Loquitur. I don't even know. The Night Sisters are just parked wherever they're at, and they're not going to get any love until someday when I go back around and try to figure them out and find them. Grandma Mod, don't forget your lightsabers. Nice. Do you know if relic levels give R2 a big boost? So, yeah, okay. Griff already answered it. Yeah, exactly. He has stat sharing, so any stats that you give him then get shared with the rest of the team, so it's a double whammy. Getting him any relic levels helps a lot. Yep. Your DACA makes me really sad. Okay. Why does my DACA make you sad, Arva? Oh, well, Arva's a Night Sister aficionado. He knows more about Night Sisters than I do, so yeah. Full on fleet energy. Oh yeah, so somebody else picked out that fleet energy, yeah. Interesting to see the difference between the Loquitur and Allura accounts. What's wrong with montage music? Oh. Where'd you get the names Loquitur and Allura? We've talked about that a bunch. You're going to have to find out the hard way. We talked about it earlier in the stream, actually. I just started the stream 29 days ago, discovered your channel last week. Thank you so much for the helpful information. Hey, cool. Bricktini. Stinky brick agent. Nice. See you all in the Discord later. See you, Griff. Take it easy, man. All right, speed mod with no speed is a sold mod. Speed, offense, defense. We're going to hit this just to see if it develops speed. It doesn't. Although it does get crit chance and offense. It's still not a bad mod. Let's hit it one more time. I don't know. I don't know if it's good enough to 5 speed. Are we going to use that or not? I don't know. That's borderline. Let's leave that one parked. All right. 2 garbage stats. Already going to be sold. This one we want to see what happens to that speed. All right, we get a speed hit. And we get a tenacity hit. Speed, what? 9 speed. Kind of junky other stats. We'll keep it, but won't lock it. All right. Let's see what we get here. Speed, offense, defense, and defense. We don't like defensive stats on a crit chance mod. But we'll go ahead and hit it with the other stats and see what happens. It hits the defensive stats. Blah. Get out of here. All right, let's see if we can get speed onto this mod. We cannot. All right. Oops, did it again. I got a 7. 7 speed. Health, tenacity, defense. Very defensive style mod. 7 speed. Ugh. Probably won't ever slice that mod, so might as well just get rid of it now. Put it out of its misery. 2 bad stat lines. We do have the speed, though. Let's see if we hit the speed. We do. 9 speed. So it's not a good crit chance mod. It's just a mod with 9 speed, so I don't think we'll use it. Probably not going to pick that one. Hitting a lot of speed subs. Not hitting a lot of the speed subs on upgrades, though. All right, let's see what we get here. Speed again. Yikes. Crit chance with crit chance. It's got 2 bad stats, so I don't feel like I want to invest too much in this mod. But that is a good chunk of crit chance right there. Park it. Come back to it later. All right, let's see what we got for green squares. Offense, defense, protection. Got too many green mods here. So many green mods, it's taking me off the screen. That's a bad thing. Speed, crit chance, protection. See what we get. That's crit chance, potency, protection. That's a pretty good mod. We don't really like the 3 speed, but it did hit one of the things that we need. So let's go ahead and slice this once and see where this mod is going. Gets the potency. It's not bad. Gets protection. It's getting worse. Need more crit chance or more speed. That's all right. 8 speed mod. It's not fast, but it's a crit chance mod anyway, and it got a double hit and crit chance. It's okay. It's got good stats across the board. That'll be used somewhere. So let's see. Crit chance. What do we get? Offense, protection. Not enough for a crit chance mod. Crit chance. Nope. So what we're doing this week with our crit chance stuff, we're going to make one final cut at the bounty hunter team. See if we can get the bounty hunter team a little bit faster, a little bit higher crit, so that we can take advantage of them a little more on defense. Okay. Let's go. Offense, potency. Wish we could find speed. If we had crit chance on the mod, it would be good, but without crit chance on there or speed, not good enough. Here we've got speed, health, and tenacity. Offense. And we'll see if we hit the speed. We do. Now that's a dilemma because we got a couple speed on it. Not really good other stats for a crit chance mod, though. We'll park it. Maybe we'll use it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Protection, offense, only 3 speed. That's not going where we need. Protection, health, crit chance, offense. No speed, but it's got pretty good offensive stats. Let's see what happens. Potency. Well, I don't know. I feel like we're probably not going to use that mod because it doesn't have a % offense stat on it and no speed anywhere. and not enough crit chance to redeem itself. Alright, let's look at all three stats. Crit chance, tenacity, potency. Nope. Not enough. Speed, defense, health. Nope. Not enough. Tenacity, crit chance, protection. 3 speed on this one. Let's just hit it all the way. All the way up. Health, double hit on the bad health stat. Crit chance, though. Not enough for me to want to slice it. Get it out of here. Nope. Health, protection, potency, offense. Nope. Keep working our way up this filter. There's probably a better way to do this, but kind of fumble my way through it. 1 bad stat, 2 good stats. Hit it all the way, see what happens. Speed is 10, defense, crit chance. We might use that just because of the speed. That one's not going to be good enough. 6. All right, we'll do this and then we'll catch up on chat over here. Sell that off. Upgrade. Sell it. Speed, potency, health, 1 bad stat. Let's see what we get. Nope. All right. Oh, wrong way. We're counting up. Can we get a little Conquest gameplay? Loquitur. Think about it. I'm at a point in Conquest, though, where it's not very entertaining because I'm just redoing battles mostly. I redid my discs on my Loquitur account trying to eke out some more wins, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm stuck and I just need to finish out quests and get as many feats done as I can and try to get the next box, and then that's it. I think my climb is pretty much... I can still climb with my Padme team, so every time the Padme team is full energy or full stamina, then I can try to climb. Do you know... let's see. Let's see what else we got. Yep, looks like I'm caught up on chat. Okay. Let's hit this. Speed, offense, protection, potency. Now we'll see the last stat. If it goes in speed, we'll have a speed mod. It goes in offense. That mod is not bad. I mean, I wish it had crit chance instead of this protection down here, but it does have potency, flat offense. It's not horrible. Yeah, we'll keep it. Leave it in inventory, see what happens. These stats are not that good. Health, protection, potency. On a health mod. This mod needs speed or it's gone. It's gone. Alright. Nothing there for gold mods. Speed, crit chance, tenacity. Let's just blow this one up and hope that we get 4 hits in speed. What do you think, guys? 21 speed mod? Go. No, not even close. Doesn't even get 1 hit in speed. All kinds of garbage stats. Get out of here. Had such promise, it could have been a good mod. Okay, we got 3 good stat lines here. Speed. Here we go. Man, everything in that flat stat. Look at that. Garbage. Garbage. Potency and offense percent aren't bad, though. We might actually use that mod on somebody. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. Whack it. 11 speed, not bad. Potency, crit chance, that's a good mod. We're going to lock that one. Lock that one in. Let's see what this gets. Ooh, lots of crit chance. Look at that. That's some sweet crit chance. 3 good stats. Tenacity is kind of a throwaway stat on this mod, but That's sweet crit chance right there. You like that? If I had more speed, I'd lock it in, but not enough speed. Potency, offense, crit chance on an offense mod. Seems good. No speed, too many hits in that health. If it had hit on the good stats, we probably would have kept it. Even though it didn't have any speed on this low account this early on, wouldn't be bad to have a offense mod with that many good offensive stats. Y'all can see where my my slicing power fails me. I've got all these blue mods, but I just don't have enough time to farm slicing materials yet. Now, for anybody who didn't see in my mod video, I talk about kind of 3 phases of mod building. So in the first phase, I talk about you're collecting, you're building an inventory of good mods. You do some slicing, but not a lot of slicing. Oh, that's 4 good offensive stats. Crit chance, offense, potency. No speed, but I wish I'd hit that crit chance. That's a lot of stats on this mod. I don't know. I think without speed, I probably just won't pick it. If it had like 6% crit chance, I might pick it, but no speed, off it goes. So in the first phase, you're collecting mods. You're just trying to build an inventory, establish some, modding presence in the arenas, that kind of stuff. And you mostly live with what you get. In the second phase, you start to what I call harden. You start to harden your mods. And that's where you go through and you look for specifically good mods to slice. And when you're in hardening mode, you're probably spending, let's say, 4 days worth of resources on slicing materials and 3 days still farming mods. So you kind of got it split. But you've really got to focus on taking the good mods that you've got in your account and making them great. And just remember, if you just only did that, if you quit farming mods altogether, you'll stop developing more good mods to slice in the future. So you don't ever want to stop farming entirely, but you're going to spend a lot of effort hardening your mods, getting the good mods you got sliced up all the way to gold, 6 dot if they're worth it. Then the last stage I call cutting, and that's where I'm already at the stage on my main account where I have to cut. And when you cut, you start, those mods that were good enough for now, when you started the account, the mods, any mod that wasn't good enough for you to slice or to pay attention to, eventually ends up on the selling block, and then you find yourself constantly remodding, cutting, selling mods that you used to think were pretty decent just to make room for more mods in your inventory. So that's kind of how I see it. And let's say probably up to about 2 million, maybe even 3 million galactic power, you're just establishing your inventory. If you're picky enough on your mods, you won't have just tons and tons of mods laying around. Like I'm selling off most of these mods. So in that sense, you can get to probably 3 million galactic power with still working on just your inventory of mods. From, let's say, 2 million to about 4 million, 5 million galactic power, that's where you're just hardening. And then beyond that, you should be at a point where you're constantly fighting to try to figure out which mods you're going to keep at that point. That's my thoughts. Again, for what it's worth, I don't know why I hit that 9. Those were crap stats. I should have just sold it. Chatting and playing at the same time, making mistakes. Looking for good crit mods. Got speed and crit chance. Those are the 2 things we need. Tenacity, not great. Protection, not great. I don't know. We'll wait and see if that's one of the mods that ends up being worth slicing. Offense and tenacity. Let's look at one more stat. Crit chance keeps us interested. Speed keeps us interested. That's a better mod than the other one for looking at. Now let's go ahead and give this one a slice. See what we get. More speed. Never complain about that. More offense. More offense. I don't know at that point that we want to sink that last one in, but that's pretty good. Bunch of offense, crit chance, some speed. All right. My boy's been doing mods 2 hours. Meanwhile, I'm sitting with my partially modded characters. So close. Only 18 speed off of 21. Cheers for helping with my geos the other day, Loquitur. Hey, no problem. What would be the optimal relic levels on a GAS 501st team? LOL says, see you later. Bye. Bye. See you later. What's the ideal relic levels for a GAS 501st team? GAS himself, you got to just take to relic 7, 8 if you can get it. Just a character like that, they're just worth investing all the way to the hilt. 5's relic 7. Take him all the way. The harder he is to kill, the more annoying that whole team gets. Rex, I don't know. The rest of the troopers don't have to be that high of relic. You could stop at 3. You could take them to 5. I would take them to 5 so I could use them in rank war. But if you don't want to invest in them that much, that would be fine too. But yeah, gas and 5s for sure. Take them all the way. Take them all the way. Health and defense. Too many defensive stats on a crit chance mod. Crit chance and potency keeps us interested. Defense, protection. Too bad stats. Alright. I want to burn through this and I get to my bounty hunters and get done with this stream. Too bad stat lines. Yeah, we're probably never going to invest in that or slice it. Come on, clicky. Alright, protection and tenacity. Defensive stats. We don't want defensive stats on a crit chance mod. We want offensive stats. Here's a speed mod hanging out in here. Some more crit chance stuff. Garbage, sell, upgrade, garbage, defense and protection. Yuck. Oh, upgrade. Just spinning our wheels on this. All right, let's look at crosses. Offense, main stat, speed, protection. We have to be a little less picky on the crosses. Now let's see what we get. Health, offense. The offense main stat is very motivational. I'll keep that. Potency main stat, tenacity. This will have to be pretty good. Gets offense. Well, let's see the last stat. Nope. Get it out of here. Okay, defense, potency. Not going to be good enough. Wow, I really have a lot of gray crosses over here too. Clear crosses. It's clear cross week. Clear cross week. Sort by. Is there? Does anybody? I wish there was a way to filter this in reverse. You know, so that you could look at the lowest level mods on the top. Has anybody ever seen a way to do that, where you could just get these mods so that the level 1 ones are at the top? If that's a trick and I just don't know it, I would love for somebody to tell me. Health main stat, not that interesting. Protection main stat, not that interesting. Potency and offense keeps us looking. Speed, and then defense. This could be a geo mod or maybe a Bosk mod, for example. Bosk doesn't mind protection. Protection and flat protection on potency. Speed. That's good. Health, 2 flat stats, potency on the main stat. Probably not going to pick that one. Tenacity on the main stat. That's got to go. Protection. Speed on a speed mod. I don't know. Just park it. I end up with a lot of mods parked here. Not enough materials to slice them. Defense, tenacity, offense. We'll have to go through a round of selling on this account pretty soon. We got a lot of stuff built up. I won't bore you with that on stream today. Alright, let's see what else we got over in chat here. I do relic 7, gas and 5s, and relic others relic 3. Others 3 at relic 5. Just beat Conquest Galactic Kylo on normal. I didn't think I would without the cooldown discs. That's cool, Midge. What team did you use? I'm interested to know what team you used. Speed. Defense and potency. Not good, not horrible. I don't think I'm that desperate for speed right now. That's not bad, though. It's one bad stat. I don't know. Let's give it one hit. There we go. We got speed. See if we can get more speed. Got potency. Not horrible. Come on, speed. Nope. I'm going to stop there. We'll lock it in. It's a 10-speed speed mod. 10-speed bike. Tenacity main stat. Sell it. Defense main stat. Sell it. Tenacity main stat. Get it out of here. Tenacity main stat. Buy. Potency main stat. We can look at that one. Nope. Health. We'll keep the health main stat just to see if we develop crit chance or speed. Nope, not getting crit chance or speed, so off it goes. Protection, we'll just take a quick look. Nope. Not motivational. Offense and offense, defense main stat. I don't know why we even clicked that with the defense main stat. Should have just sold it. Wasn't looking close enough. Crit chance, health. Speed, protection and health. Bad stats. If it was offense, I'd keep it. It's not offense. Defense, main stat, goodbye. Offense with a speed mod. We need to find speed. You don't find speed. Get it out of here. Tenacity main stat. That can go away. Tenacity main stat can go away. Alright, does that mean I'm done with the crosses? I think so. Triangulos. Crit chance on a crit chance. We like that. Let's see what we get. Potency, defense off. Oh, man. That's horrible. But it's crit chance with crit chance, so we'll keep it for now. Offense on a crit chance. That's also good. Defense, health, protection. Oh, man. Drowning in defensive stats. With crit chance, though. Yikes. Yikes. Getting a lot of mother-in-law mods. Protection, defense. That's too much. Even though the offense main stat we like. Let's see. Offense, crit chance, protection. Don't find speed on it. We're done with it. Yeah, okay. Get out of here. Health main stat. We'll just take a look, see what we get. Too many defensive stats. Goodbye. Crit chance with a crit chance mod. Let's see it. Speed, protection, tenacity, potency. That's pretty good. 2 defensive stats, but the crit chance with the crit chance we like. Oh, we got more speed. Tenacity, boo. Speed again. More tenacity. Yuck. Yuck. Unlucky slices. Not the best slicing tonight. Tenacity, offense, health main stat, no speed. All right, let's see if Midge put in his team over here for a conquest yet. Crit damage with crit chance. That's good. We like that. Oh, ugh. Let's see the last stat. Oh, man. What a disappointment. What a disappointment. Ruthless debilitation is broken. Huh. What's the most speed secondary possible? I just joined in, not sure if I missed a similar question. The most speed that you can get is 5 upgrades. Typically, the upgrades are 3 to 6, and I get a few 6s. I get a few 3s. I don't know that statistically there's like, I believe that statistically you get less 6s, I guess is what I want to say. Most of the hits are 4 and 5. There have been a few mods in the game that the developers put in packs that you could buy that had 6 base speed. But other than those mods, I don't ever see any mod drop with 6 speed like this starting stat right here. I never see 6 speed in a mod that just drops in the wild, so to speak. So the maximum stat you could ever have, if you bought a 6 speed mod out of the shop one time and you got all 5 upgrades and they were all 5 6 speed, then you would be at 30. And when you took it to 6 dots, you would be at 31. So 31 is the most speed that a mod can have. I've seen some 28s and 29s. I don't think I've ever seen myself a 30 speed mod yet. Somebody out there has one. And I don't know if anybody who bought the speed mod packs with the 6 speed starting stat ever developed a 31 speed mod. But 25 is kind of the second barrier. So once you've got a mod with 5 speed stats on it, it's kind of the differentiation with whether you hit 25 plus or somewhere under 25. So that's, I mean, 25 is really good. It's a 4 and 4 5s. Yeah, a 4 and 4 5s gives you 24, and then taking it to 6 dot would give you 25. So that's really, statistically impressive performance. Defense mod, we didn't hit speed. Off it goes. Health primary, but it does have crit chance. Let's just blast it and see what we get. Defense, protection, potency with the health main stat. If we'd have got more in crit or more offensive stats, we might have been happy to work on that. Health main stat, again, we're going to lose interest in that pretty quickly. All right, one lonely mod here. It's an offense with an offense main stat, though. Potency, health, defense. Oh, boy. No offense, no crit chance. I don't think we would ever pick that. All right, then we go to arrows. Almost finished out for the day here, boys. Accuracy? I don't think I want accuracy. Don't think I want accuracy. Protection. I thought I sold these mods. Didn't I go in and sell arrows? Maybe that was on my main account. Just see if we develop a speed substat. We don't. Crit avoidance. I don't think we're going to want crit avoidance on crit chance. Accuracy. What a garbage arrow. Speed with crit avoidance. Get that out of here. Speed substat with health main stat on a crit chance. I don't know. Could that be interesting? Well, in any case, it's not. Even if it could have been. Offense main stat with a crit chance arrow. Defense, protection, and health. That's awful. Get that out of here. All right. Last filter down, I think, and then we're done. Done with arrows for the night. We better sell. Sell arrows. And let's get rid of the ones that we don't want to look at. Offense we'll look at. Health, protection, health, crit avoidance. We don't want any of that stuff. Sell it all. All right. Cuts down what we got to look at over here. To 1. We have 1. We have 1 arrow that we want to look at. Potency, crit chance, protection. That's pretty good. Health. That's pretty solid. All right, so let's see what Midge said over here. Just in, Darth Loquitur disses his mother-in-law. Have you ever heard of a mother-in-law hand? It's a poker term. It's like when you're, or let's say when you're playing blackjack. There's an old joke about a mother-in-law hand, and in blackjack, when you take a card, it's called hitting. When you either hit or pass, right? So a mother-in-law hand is a hand that you want to hit, but you just can't. Not my mother-in-law. It turns out my mother-in-law is pretty awesome. I like my mother-in-law. But yeah, that's what that joke is about. Mother-in-law mods. I mean, you want to hit them, but you can't do it. Not allowed. Not a good choice. Joey says there's a 30% chance for 3, 4, and 5 speed and a 10% chance to hit 6 speed. Oh, okay. My dumb self would accidentally get a 6 speed mod and then accidentally sell it. Nice. What should I watch tonight? I was thinking of 13 Reasons Why, but I'm in the mood for a movie. Oh, you should watch Alita, Battle Angel. If you like Star Wars kinds of stuff, anime kind of stuff, watch Alita. It's like the same animation engine that they used for Avatar, but it's a manga comic. It's sick. I love that movie. I love it. A 21 speed substat, just waiting to get more slicing materials to make it a 6 dot and hopefully get the 5th and final roll and maybe get that to 28. That would be cool. So for an average 5 hit speed mod, it would have about 21 or 22 if 6 dotted. Yeah, 22, 23. Yeah, if you get 5 hits on a mod, you end up with a lot of them that are around 20, 22, 23. At least that's my experience. I've got one that's like 5 hits and it's 20, and you look at that mod and it's just a big disappointment. But but yeah, 22, 23 is probably about average. And, 25, of course, is a premium mod. Not sure if you missed it. Padme, Ahsoka, Kenobi, Relic 5, Anakin, Relic 7, Shaak Ti, Gear 12. So Padme, Ahsoka, and Kenobi at Relic 5, Anakin at Relic 7, and Shaak Ti at Gear 12. That's pretty good. That's the team that you beat the Kylo with. That's cool. So, guys, I'll show you something real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll look at mods on bounty hunters real quick. But if you're in Conquest and you're struggling to beat the end boss, you got to pay attention when these initial tether techs are available at a vendor. It is worth picking the vendor and buying these tether techs. At the start of the encounter, all enemies are afflicted with ability block down for 2 turns. And this can be the difference with whether you win or lose that final boss battle. some of the quests are just ridiculous to get, some of the feats. But with this, sometimes you can take in the right team, and as long as you can hold down their team for a couple turns, just sticking them with basic attacks only, it's the difference between winning and losing. So accumulate these. Once you've used them, once you've put it in place, it only takes off this max duration 2. It only counts battles that you complete. It counts battles that you win. So if you go in and you're not doing well as you would have liked, maybe you learned something, misclicked something, back out, quit. You lose the energy. That's fine. Just get rid of the energy. But the tether tech will stay at 2. So basically, you can just try it over and over and over and over again until you get a run that you like, that you know you've completed a couple of the feats like you want to complete them. So look for the tether techs and don't waste them. Don't complete the run unless you know you've completed your feat. So just a little bit of advice for you. It's not the answer to if you can't beat, but if you're close to beating it and you're close to getting some feats done, that tether tech can be the difference between winning or losing on those feats. So if you didn't know that, just go back through your conquest, everything that you've already defeated, and if there's a tether tech, buy it. And it'll sit in your inventory forever. I mean, it'll sit there till the next conquest, from what I understand. I believe I had one in my inventory in my main account, and it was still there at the start of this next conquest. So tether techs, good stuff. Tether tech makes the last 2 sector bosses easy. Yeah. Yep. I hold the tether tech, either defense penetration booster or med pack, and those last sectors I make sure I get the 3 stars. Yep. They should change the name of the feats to hands. Manos. Area 501st is in the house. Hey man. Cool. The tech and whatnot get deleted at the start of each conquest. They do? I could swear that I had one tether tech that carried over, but if you're confident that they delete, then I'll take your word for it. All right, let's take a look at some bounty hunters in this account. So let's look at Bosk first. We want Bosk to be fast, so let's see if we can make him faster with crit chance. 8 speed versus 10 speed. We're not gaining anything there. 15 speed. You know what? If we got fast mods, though, we're going to want to put them on Django and Boba first. So let's look at Django and Boba first. Django and Boba were both modded very early on in the account with whatever was available. So their mods are pretty awful. Let's see. 5 speed versus 8 speed. Here we got to sort by speed. I didn't do that yet. Sort by speed, so we're looking at the fast ones. Crit damage at 9 speed. Don't really want that. Here's a 9 speed mod. Tenacity and protection. Here's an 8 speed with a bunch of crit chance on it. So let's give that to Django. Let's hook him up. Alright, and then this is 15 speed versus 9 speed. More crit chance down here. That's good. Let's get that in there. Let's 13 speed versus 9 speed. Let's do that. Upgrade that. Alright, and then let's see what we got down here. 9 speed versus no speed. Offense primary. We'll assign that. That mod looks sliceable, doesn't it, boys? Potency, protection, defense. It's got 2 defensive stats, but 9 speed. I think we could hit that. 14 speed. And hits the defense on the last one, which is disappointment, but okay. All right, let's see what we got here. 9 speed, crit chance. Assign that. All right, so what are we looking at for crit chance now? 79 So we've increased our crit chance by 20%. That's pretty good. Let's take one final look here, see if we've got a crit chance mod with speed and a crit damage. Crit chance with crit damage. And more crit chance. Yeah, let's put this bad boy on there. Alright, so we'll lose a little crit chance. 70% crit chance now only. But upping the crit damage. Is that sliceable? Crit chance, offense, and speed. That's sliceable. Ah, we hit the protection. Yucko. Yucko. We're not going to slice it again. All right, 3 crit sets. So we'll have lost some speed. No, we gained speed. 241 speed. Okay. We gained speed with 3 crit sets. All right, we'll confirm that. Now, the reason why we're doing this, just here's what we're going to do. We're going to be working on this queel, and eventually we're going to relic this queel. And we're using the queel for this. The scoundrel allies gain 40% of his health, offense, potency, and 40% of his max protection until he's defeated. So if I put him into a team with bounty hunters, he shares all of his stats. Because he can share a bunch of offense, you can take characters like Boba and Django and just make them all about crit chance, crit damage. And look at this guy. 1 and 2 dot mods on him still. Yikes. So you can make these guys just about getting the critical hits and then let Queel feed them the offense they need to hit harder. So that's the gimmick. That's why it is that we're trying to get these guys on offense crit damage. Here's a crit damage with tenacity, main stat, and speed. That's not great. Here's a speed mod with health. Speed mod with defense, protection, potency. Boba can use potency for his basic and his middle skill. This one's got health. I don't know. I guess I don't mind this potency. It's got crit chance and some speed. So let's do that. This one's got crit chance. That's the one we just had on Django, I think. Here's a speed mod with just some stuff on it. So we'll stick that up here. Let's see. We need more speed. 9 speed. 8 speed. This has got crit chance and potency on it. So we'll take that one. Cut it out. I just want to upgrade this thing. Alright, so now we'll need a speed mod here. It's got some potency on it. Let's go ahead and do that. And we need a speed mod down here. Speed, offense, defense, potency. 7 speed. That's good enough. We'll do that. And then take a look at our stats. We lost health and protection, gained a lot of speed. Crit damage is still normal. Crit chance increased to 57%. Damage increased a little bit. So we poured on some speed. Take more turns, get more hits, get more criticals. And let Queel build up the offense. Alright. And then with what's left over, we're going to go visit Bosk. Now, Bosk we can 6-dot some mods on. So if we find something for Bosk that we really like, we're not going to be afraid to also hit those with 6 dots. We do need some more 6-dot mods in the account if we find stuff that's good enough. So, is this mod worth slicing? Potency, speed, tenacity, defense? I don't think so. Let's see what we got here. We got 11 speed on this mod, and it's crit chance. So we can assign that. Here we've got 13 speed, offense, tenacity, defense, 11 speed with crit chance, potency, and health, and protection. And Bosk likes protection better than health. So let's go ahead and boost this thing. And that's only 11 speed though. Man, that's hard to commit to a 6 dot. 11 speed is what, 2 4s and a 3? That's not very good. That's not a very good 3 hit mod to be investing in 6 dots. A speed mod with no speed. It's got good stats on it, but this is one of my early mods. It's not locked. It's just potency with a bunch of speed, a bunch of stats. We definitely got to get rid of that thing. This has got health, speed, potency, 2 hits. I only got 2 hits there. Yeah. Crit damage, speed, 5 speed. Oof. This is brutal. We don't really have anything good enough to 6 dot. What about this? What's this got? This is 14 speed, tenacity, potency, health with an offense. That's a good mod. Probably not good on Bosk. Protection, speed, potency, tenacity. All right, let's see what this thing turns into. Offense. Let's go here for the day. Wait. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do that. And let's just farm these today. We got to farm mods for the day anyway, so why not just farm some slicing materials and see what we get on this mod. I'm curious. Can we get another speed hit? Get another speed hit. There we go, 12. Not great, not horrible. Let's take this thing to 6 dots. And then we'll hit it with some more slices once we get 6 dot slicing materials in the account again. Okay, so what does that do for our speed overall? 241. That's not nearly enough. We need Bosk to be up around 270, somewhere around there at least. We need him to be about 290 when he's reliced. So we'll have to come back to Bosk over and over again. And the reason why we want a 6 dot Bosk's mods again is just the Houndstooth. Everything we can put on Bosk that makes Bosk better makes the Houndstooth better. So we just keep investing everything we can in him. And probably relic Bosk at some point. The ship is getting pretty good too. We got 6 stars on it. We're in our last 100 shards to go. All right, so that's all of the modding that I plan to do on the account for the day. Let's just check over here and see what there is in the chat. How do you recommend to mod Bosk? I like speedy and high protection Bosk. That's it. Pretty much speed and protection and a little bit of potency. If you can get potency on Bosk, his net does a stun. And let me check. I don't think it's unresistible, right? Yeah. So the potency helps him with the stun. So if you can put a potency cross on him, we typically like the potency cross. I didn't find anything in here that I liked better than what we've already got on him. I suppose we could just sort it by speed and then filter by potency main stat and see what's in there. Here we've got one, 4 speed. Here we've got one with 3 speed. We could take a look real quick and just see if this happens to develop into something. Protection. We need speed, boys. Come on. We're not going to get it. So this has got crit chance, a bunch of protection. It's going to be better than this mod. So yeah, the protection is on his leadership skill. All bounty hunters gain 50% max protection. So you definitely want to optimize his protection to get more protection on top of it. And all bounty hunter allies gain 100% defense when they're at full health. So the more protection you can put on them, the more likely they are to be at full health. And that 100% extra defense for most characters means they take half damage. So basically, tons of protection. Try to keep them out of the health so that they keep this extra defense. And then whenever an enemy suffers or resists to debuff, everybody gets health and protection back. So in some sense, you don't mind if your potency is low because his stuff still triggers even if they resist. And then his contract is deal 10 times to the weakest enemy and they get 50 speed. But yeah, that's why you want to do protection on Bosk. So this, protection triangle, protection circle, helps him out. All right, we've had a few viewers that have stuck with us all the way here to the end. Look to 6-dot mods as soon as you can, but only if they have good stats. Yeah, exactly. When should I start 6-dotting mods? I have Relic Vader and G12 +4 Jedi Knight Anakin. So 6-dot mods early game, just do the ones with exceptional stats. Try to get at least one of your characters with 6-dot mods on it. If that character is a pilot or the captain of a ship, it's even better. I always prioritize everything based on ships. So anything that I can do to make these pilots and make these ships better, that's where I'll try to focus my 6-dot mods. So Anakin's got some. Spy, I think, is all 6-dot mods. I think. Yeah, he's got all 6-dot mods. He's maxed to the hilt to get the ship as big and tough as possible. Making a dent and stuff. Don't fall into the trap of 6-dotting average mods. Yeah, that's definitely true. All right, well, thanks for everybody that stuck with me. I know it wasn't the usual excitement that we have in a stream, but like I said at the start of the stream, it's stuff that I had to do anyway, so I figured I'd come on and talk to y'all and engage in some conversation. And if it helped and people learned stuff along the way, then that's good and that's fun for me too. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining. Appreciate you all. Click that like button if you haven't already. Activate your like saber. Get that taken care of for me. Helps me out, helps the stream, helps the channel. Appreciate you all, and I will catch you